Hello, everyone. We are live from Swain County Memorial Stadium, Boyce Dietz Field, one of the most beautiful scenic settings in all of high school football, and you see why right there on your screen. I'm Toby Burrow filling in tonight for the Hall of Famer Gary Ayers, and I'm joined by a fellow Hall of Famer, Rod White. Coach, good to have you.
Good to be here. Glad to be here on a fall afternoon. If anybody missed it this morning, the temperature told you it was fall.
Yeah.
It felt great, and it just it awakens some spirits in you sometimes when you're an old coach and the feelings of those mornings.
Oh, absolutely. And before we get underway, let's go ahead and say you're seeing the Gary Ayers press box there. We're inside of that. We don't want to be seen. We're trying to tuck away. But we do want to alert you that everywhere tonight that you see flags, ribbons, and the likes, it's in honor of the 13 fallen soldiers in Afghanistan, and everything's in 13. So we'll go ahead and get that out of the way so that everybody understands when they see it what that means. But, Coach, you know, it's a busy time in athletics here in the fall of the season, just really getting underway now. And like everything, COVID has wreaked havoc upon high school athletics. It's not touched us as much as other schools, and knock on wood, we've been very fortunate with that. Our soccer team this week had a successful week, winning 2 games. Cross country got to run on Wednesday, so that's a plus as well. And then volleyball, who we'll talk a little bit more in depth about here in just a second, they got 2 matches in as well. The only thing that got postponed, actually canceled again, was a JV football, and that's for the 2nd week in a row, the 3rd opponent in a row. Canceled on that.
Everybody's bumping up against this. It's this way. Anywhere you listen to anybody, and even in other states, I mean, when the state of Texas shuts down like it did, everybody's facing it, and it's hard on everyone. And you just, I don't know, I feel like we're all just dodging a bullet as we stand right now as it is.
Absolutely. And bad news coming out of Graham County earlier today that their numbers are not going down at all, and they're looking at some added measures maybe to try to help that, so stay tuned for that. But we do want to touch just a little bit, and as we move forward this year, we want to highlight some of our other programs, and we've got a very talented young man helping Joe out in the editing room. He happens to be on the football field. Number 14, Gavin Lanning down there kicking, is doing some editing for us, and earlier this week he and Joe sat down with some of our home footage from volleyball matches. And you know, Rod, this is something that I know you're going to appreciate as much as anybody as a coach. The results aren't exactly where head coach Lydia Sale wants just yet, but I tell you what, the effort, the enthusiasm, and the pride that these kids are taking in their volleyball game right now is just unbelievable. We've got some clips of those that Joe's going to run for us, and I just want you to take a look at the way these girls were scrambling all over the floor trying to get to balls. Slowly clawing their way back in. Smith to serve it again. This one a little harder. Johnson steps in. That goes to the middle to Pierce. Blocked over there by Sutton. Now a chance for Swain to attack. They go back middle to Sutton. She's up and over and down with it. So Gracie Sutton with the kill. And the Lady Devils have trimmed it to 3 here in the early going. Serve right here before it goes to set point. Spates with a pass. Blankenship back sets it to Smith. It's off the block, and Kirsten Smith with a big kill stems the tide for the Lady Devils. Spinner. Spates has got that. Back to the outside to Woodard. She punches it over across to the line. Now the Jackets a chance to go to their big hitter. Spates digs it. Blankenship plays it back in. Sutton's over with it. Nicely done, Lady Devils. They'll have another chance right here. They go across to Shook. That's a bonus for us. Smith dinks it over on 2, and now the Jackets chance to attack again. Spates again digs it out to the middle of Sutton. She hits it, and that sails out. Tough break. And you get sort of a sense right there, Rod, of what kind of effort those kids are putting into the volleyball. That last point, as you can see, didn't go our way, but goodness gracious, kids all over the floor. They had to have had floor burns all over them from that.
And here's the thing about that. And anybody, you know as well as I do, or anybody that's involved in any form of athletics, when you got effort happening, sooner or later, some good things are going to happen for you. It's that moment where it's a defining moment when you finally get it, just like at Smoky Mountain with the football team.
Absolutely.
When we were up there a couple of weeks ago. To see that kind of effort, coming out of these young ladies trying to do everything in their power to win one. Just keep going, keep pushing. It'll happen. It's just that effort. They got to keep that effort rolling.
Well, you know, as coaches, we know that skills you can teach. Effort, you shouldn't have to beg. They should be given that all the time. And this bunch is really doing it with a lot of pride behind what they're doing. And that was a tough match that they played against Hayesville. That was the opponent. 3-1 was the final, but 3 of the 4 games were decided by 4 points or less, which means they were very, very tightly contested.
Yeah, very close. And you can see it there. It's just going to take some more time. Like I said, as long as the effort was there, you can teach strategy, you can rotate players, you can substitute, do all those things. But unless you're getting that 100% effort out of them, it's not going to happen. But in their case, it's going to happen.
I think so. 3 freshmen on the floor for them, along with 3 juniors, and only 1 senior on the floor during those rallies right there. So that tells you kind of where Coach Sale and her staff are in terms of developing these folks. It's going to be there, folks. You just got to be patient. But in the meantime, as I said in the article on MaroonDevils.com, they're playing some entertaining volleyball. It's fun to watch. You need to get out and check that out. But I'll tell you another thing that we need you to do as you view our broadcast, be sure that you like and subscribe to the Maroon Devils Network and this broadcast. That really helps us out monetarily down the road. And right now we've got a special guest who's going to give us a little message.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of these things helped get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
And, of course, that was our good pal, Erin Jenkins, who is now a professional reporter with the station out of Greenville, North Carolina, and what a job she is doing, Rod.
That's crazy. After her working up here with helping Joe Holdout and yourself and doing all the stuff that she did, and then to see her in that atmosphere, I mean, you could see something like that was coming for her. I mean, it was written all over when she was up here messing around trying to help us get stuff done. But now that's impressive.
Well, if you want to be further impressed, you can find her on Facebook and Twitter, and it's cool just to follow her. I've tried to look at all of her reports, and they've been just outstanding professional reports, which we really expect nothing less from her, having seen her growing up as to what she does.
I'm thinking network news somewhere along. We're going sooner or later we'll see that.
I think we've got something going on there, Joe, that you may want to catch on the mic.
Thank you.
So that statement from one of our cheerleaders, and I did not get the name of that young lady, but she was reading off the names of the 13 fallen soldiers from Afghanistan, and that was a touching moment in the statement. Unfortunately, our microphones not quite as good as they need to be maybe to pick that up as well as we'd like to. But a few more things coming up as well in regard to that. But, Coach, let's get back to football for just a second if we could. 2 weeks ago, the Maroon Devils went to Smoky Mountain. I know you and Gary had the call on that. I personally got to be on the sidelines, which is one of the few times I've been able to do that in my years of doing what I do. And to me, it was an impressive effort from top to bottom from our Maroon Devils, from coaching staff all the way down to the bottom on the roster there, of the way that they handled themselves, the way they stuck together, the way they fought together, and the enthusiasm and energy level was really off the charts.
It was a throwback to me. It really was. It was one of those things that you got excited about and you got encouraged for the players, and simply because right down through the staff. I'm just going to say it out loud. They outcoached Smoky Mountain. They really did.
I agree.
Coach Blankenship's time management of that clock was second to none. It's hard to second guess a coach that is managing the clock a certain way, but it was almost as you could see exactly what he was trying to do with that clock to make sure that number one, they didn't get that ball in many more times, and number two, that when we got it, we at least changed field position on them and burnt some of that clock up.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think even more than that, he did a magnificent job, and the coaching staff as well, of keeping players fresh, being able to rotate a player in a certain situation to give somebody key rest, and I thought that was critical because it was hot on the field. I know it was hot for you guys, but it was hot down on that turf, and being that we don't go both ways, we do go both ways, and Smoky Mountain did not. That was big in that ball game, being able to keep people fresh.
It was huge, and we all know if you've ever coached football, this time of year, your players pretty much play themselves into shape. You try at practice to get them to knock that wall down, but it's a little different when they get out there, and that's why you see so many cramps in ball games and things like that. Kids that are playing both ways and on special teams, and you've got to give them a break somewhere in there. You've got to let them have a chance to at least get off the field and rehydrate a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I thought they did a masterful job of that. And being down there, there was enthusiasm the whole ball game for plays and a ton of encouragement. I just thought it was a fantastic job by our coaches.
It was great, and I love the way they approached everything about the game. You didn't see players over exuberant about anything because they knew it was going to be an all-night fight. And what happens is a lot of times
Okay. All right. We want to go to the press box at this time for a special presentation.
Franklin communities also join together in this moment of silence in remembering those who lost their lives 20 years ago tomorrow, and the heroic first responders who answered the call on September 11, 2001. Now, a moment of silence, please. Amen. And now for our invitation tonight, our presenter is Mr. Jonah Edwards, a senior here at Swain High. Mother is Janet Martinez Sandoval. Siblings include Maria and Corey of the Whittier community. He attends Grace Bible Church. His main activity here at Swain High is serving as president of the student council. His future plans include attending a four-year university and pursuing a career in psychology or education. Our invitation tonight by Senior Jonah Edwards. momentarily, we'll have our national anthem presented by the 2021 edition of the Swain County High School Marching Band. For many decades, the traditional values of courtesy, patriotism, and discipline have been a part of the culture of the western North Carolina mountains of Swain County. If you will now face the north end of the stadium, turn your attention to the American flag, we will pay tribute to this great nation of ours and all the freedoms it represents. We ask all in the stadium to remove their hats and to stand at attention in true reverence, and that all talking and other distractions cease while the Swain County High School Marching Band plays our national anthem. Thank you.
rousing rendition of the national anthem there by the Maroon Devil Band. Good job, band. And as you said earlier, Rod, there's a good number of those folks out there, and they sounded tremendous.
Yeah, I'm telling you that it gets she does such a good job with that program, getting those kids going at an early age. And I was scared of her when I was coaching here. She was tougher on those kids than I was, and so I used to kind of avoid. No, I didn't avoid her. We got along great, and she was very supportive of everything that I was doing, and I with her simply because she just I'd go there and watch them do their camp, and I get scared off. Yeah, I left.
It's one of those good coaches like to watch other good coaches.
Oh yeah, and she did coach them. Now she coached them up regularly.
Well, we've got a little highlight package of the last game against Smoky Mountain that Gavin and Joe put together. So Joe, if you don't mind, run that right now, and then Rod and I'll be back with some comments.
Tied in, when that running back's on this side, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Going in the end zone.
Get on the ball. Get on the ball. Touchdown. Yes.
That is a touchdown. That's not a safety.
No, that's a touchdown.
That's not 2 points. That's 6.
Yes, he tried to recover it by falling on it, and whoever hit him knocked that ball loose, and when it squirted out, we fell on it in the end zone. Just now realizing what kind of impact he can really have to this game.
This time, Gabe is going to keep it. He
there
pitches at the last second. Josh around the right side, and he's going to take it in for the touchdown. How about that?
All right, folks, you can't draw that one up. I'm here to tell you, he was wrapped up, ready to go down, and Collins was standing right there, and he spotted him. He was supposed to be the pitchback anyway, and he just flipped it back to him, and down through there he went.
Yeah, he was stopped on the play.
Oh, yeah.
Two pretty big-time plays there from the Maroon Devils to get that in. And right now you see on your screen 13 Maroon Devil captains coming out. Franklin will counter with 13 captains of their own on the other side in honor and memory of the 13 fallen soldiers in Afghanistan. We told you that was kind of a common theme tonight that both of these programs like to do. And, you know, Rod, that's one of the great things about playing Franklin pretty much on this date every year is there's always – been some sort of remembrance of first responders, 9/11, and now this year the 13 fallen soldiers.
It really has been a tribute to these both programs that this is such a big part of everything that I mean, you know, they're enthralled by it and really involved in their football programs, but they know what's going on in the world and they keep up with it.
Yeah, and I think it speaks volumes. Of course, most people like to think that coaches hate each other, but Josh Brooks and Neil Blankenship actually very good friends, and it just took one phone call on them to discuss what can we do mutually to honor these folks, and this is what they come up with together. And fortunately for us, which doesn't always happen, the Officials Association agreed to let them do this. You're not supposed to take that many folks out there.
Exactly.
And they're going to make some stop, but that's okay. The symbolism is there, and that's all that really matters.
That's what it's all about. And, yeah, it's hard to get the officials organization to go along with some of this stuff. But there again, they know just as well as any of us what's at stake.
Absolutely. And it's not – neither team's trying to do it as an intimidation or anything of the other. It's mutual respect and the show of unity in an area that needs unity right now.
Always. And that's the mere understanding and competitiveness that goes on between these two programs, and always has. You know, it's always been there were some years it was almost a death match, you know, how many overtimes and things like that. But both programs bring their own respect with them.
Well, I think you're going to see another good football game tonight. We've not got a chance to preview it very much, but these two teams, 2-0 coming into this, Coach, and both off to the kind of starts that they really needed to have in their communities because of the year that they had last.
Exactly.
If you will. Both of them had pretty bad years, a tumultuous offseason for both programs.
Exactly.
To be honest with you, both were without a coach at one time. And in the search for coaching, but they both found the right guy for the job, in my opinion.
Oh, they did. And you know, the similarities between Coach Brooks and Coach Blankenship about the environment that surrounded them during the last last football season during the spring. It was just it was very tough. It was very difficult on both programs, and but in the end result, you're right. You're exactly right. Both school systems made a decision to bring both of them back, and it's paying benefits right now, no matter what happens tonight.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't think you can ask for two better men to be in charge of a program of young men in this day and age. So I think it's a win for both programs, but on display tonight, both teams here to do battle at 2-0. I guarantee they both want to come out of here 3-0. There are no moral wins in this series. It's all about a W.
It's about a W. This will be as an intense a football game as we saw at Smoky Mountain.
Absolutely.
If not a little bit more so, because both of them being undefeated and both of them being in the situations, like you said a minute ago, that they were in last spring. And the trials and tribulations they went through, they got things to prove, and they got things to prove to each other.
Absolutely, and you can see now our guys moving around the track in traditional form to the crowd rising. It's good to see a decent crowd here tonight. It's by no means the best we've seen between Franklin and Swain, but considering the COVID nightmare that we're all living through and the restrictions involved with that, I think it's a great crowd.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
It looks like it's going to be a vocal crowd on both sides. That's always nice for kids to play in front of that atmosphere.
Yeah, it means a lot to the players, and this place takes on a whole different meaning over the years. The history of this stadium, and it carries that, and especially when you're being successful. And no matter what happens tonight, both these teams, it's still early in the season for them, and the best thing both of these teams can do tonight is try to improve and play, keep their levels of intensity up, and whatever's going to happen in the game's going to happen.
Right.
You know, and you know, when 1A schools play 3A schools, they don't want to get 3A schools don't want to get beat by them. So, and we know what the like you said, the trials and tribulations that Franklin's went through, and they feel like they're kind of awakened from that, and so do we. So, you know, it'll be a feather in our cap either way.
Well, in all honesty, as the Maroon Devils take the field here, Coach Josh Brooks in his 16 years at Franklin has never backed away from the Smoky Mountain Conference.
No.
As a matter of fact, I think he relishes it.
He does, and he and I talked about that when he took that job over there, and he said, I want to play keep as many Smoky Mountain Conference schools on our schedule, because we're going to be playing against the best in this part of the country, and that's what we want. And you know, you can try to find other games. They got enough conference games to test their skills, you know, but they want to play against the Murphys and the Swains and anybody else that they could find to take on.
Worth note, over the years, Coach Brooks has a 25-9 overall record versus Smoky Mountain Conference teams.
Well,
so he's done very well in the conference.
Yes, he has. Yeah, we used to aggravate him and call him the conference champs if he beat us and Murphy and or Robbinsville in the same season. We'd meet up with him, and we'd always make him some kind of little trophy. And I don't know how well he ever took that, but we'd say, yeah, he won the Smoky Mountain Conference.
Maroon Devils kick it off. It'll be our own Gavin Lanning to do the honors. The back deep is a very dangerous weapon for these Franklin Panthers. Keegan Pollock, number 1, and number 7, Kellen Stiles. I'd almost bet the bank that Gavin doesn't kick to either one of those young men.
No, 2 seniors standing back there know what they're doing. He's probably going to shank this one up in the air a little bit like that right there.
And we got offsides of what would have been a really good pooch kick.
Yeah,
it's
real good.
Move us back right away.
Yeah.
So we are underway right at 7:30 on the nose. Other games in the area we've got. No. Yeah, there we go. Murphy is hosting, but I'm not sure if it's South Pittsburgh or Rayburn County, one or the other.
Well, in this day and time, you don't know who it could be.
Maybe both. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe be playing both at the same
Lookout
time.
Valley is at Hayesville. Mitchell is at Andrews and Rosman. I don't think Rosman and Cherokee are playing. Maybe they are.
I have no idea what's going on right there. I passed the Mitchell County buses as I was coming this way out there on the 4-lane, so I knew they were I was pretty sure they were headed to Andrews, but I wasn't certain.
So Gavin is set to kick it again from the 35 this time. And no time has gone off the clock. Everybody on sides this time. Right back to the middle. It'll be number 23, Dolan Henry.
Whoa.
And there's a ball, but I don't think we got it unless
this official's coming in to make the call.
He's going to call him down, and they've not made a signal.
No.
Swain's still pointing. He's pointing Franklin's way.
That ball looked like it came out to me right here off the very first play of the night. Yeah, it looked like that ball came out. Sorry, we don't have the instant replay tonight. I didn't pay the bill, the power bill on the instant replay, so we'll be doing without it tonight, but we'll try to talk you through it. Franklin's no huddle offense right here, and they're going to run out of that pistol set and gun set, and it's almost a form of an old school wing tee.
There's number 7 on the outside route.
Very
good
deep.
job over there by, who is that, Donovan Grunwald and
Nathan
Bogdanovich.
Yeah.
I think the ball carrier was Kellen Stiles.
Yeah. And you know, there's a lot to be said. People don't underestimate the importance of linebacker play, and the way Coach Blankenship designs his linebacker play is something that we worked on for years, and he's really got it down. And if you'll watch how he plays those two inside linebackers, it makes a world of difference.
And he stepped out of bounds over on the Franklin sideline, right about the Panther 48-yard line. But other than that, Chris McGuire was off to the races as he rolled right, had nothing open, and tucked it and went back to the left, and everybody had vacated the left side. And he had one blocker out in front, big gainer by the Panthers, and another 1st and 10.
That's an athlete making an athletic play right there, because we had him all dead to rights right there. But you can see the two inside linebackers there, Carson Taylor and Lucas Sutton. Now, last week I saw Lucas Sutton doing stuff that most sophomores don't do, and he really played. He played outside of himself, and he continues to play. He's continuing to amaze me how far he's come as a 10th grader already this year. He's turning it up a notch. And, of course, Carson's been there for a while, and between he and Carson, they're smelling these things out pretty darn good.
There's Watts on the carry for gain of about 3. Panthers looking to swing it out here. And that's good tackle by
Good open field tackle. Good play call by the Franklin staff there to use that 2/3 of the field to get him out there with 2 defenders. And
that's a first down.
Picks up another first down.
So moving the chains again for the Panthers, who've got themselves going with a little bit of a drive here to open things up at the 10:28 mark, early going. And I can see already that the part of the Panther strategy is to go no huddle against a Maroon Devil team that doesn't sub that much.
Exactly, and what they're attempting to do right here is spread this field, they like their athletes on that 2/3 of the field out there. This time they come back to the short side of the field. And we really just kind of ran by that one. That was kind of a counter trap, and we ended up running by that football.
So another big gainer on that one from number 15, Ty Hanley. And Bogdanovich with the tackle. It'll give them a 2nd and 3. 2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3. Yeah, it's going to be flying in a minute. Yeah, they got here now. This is what they kind of wanted to set up anyway. Now this will probably be their. No, they short-sided it again.
Good tough run by Watts, and he drug a whole host of Maroon Devils for first down. I do believe right there it's going to be very close. But I think he did get the mark to make, so another first down.
Had Nolan Fisher there on that stop helping out. They're trying to keep some type of momentum up front defensively, because what you can't let Franklin do is get happy.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
When they get happy, boy, they're hard to stop.
Well, they like to run it down your throat, for lack of a better term. They're a come straight at you football team, short splits, drive ahead.
There's the option. Look, we saw him fake a minute ago. There's Carson making the play. Boy, he read that the whole way. Great play, taking the quarterback out of the equation. You got to have a quarterback player, and you got to have a pitch player.
Kent Maxey waving at me from down there. He should be working tonight.
Yeah.
Who gave him the night off?
Yeah, somebody gave him the night off.
No, it's a 1980 class reunion.
Yeah.
We haven't got them on camera, but they're harassing Rod and myself right now. They've flooded that side, and that was for the reason we just see, to give McGuire a running room again. Everybody leaves over there. Somebody's going to have to stay put.
Yeah, that's referred to as turn back blocking. If you could see those offensive linemen, what they did right there, when they sprint one way and you see those offensive linemen turning to face them, that's designed. And that's pretty much what that was right there. He has the option of throwing the football out here quick, but if he don't see an open receiver right now, he just reverses the field, and the offensive linemen are turned in his direction to pick people off.
So 1st and 10 for the Panthers again inside Maroon Devil 20 at the 17 actually, in the red zone. Obey Hanley again. Darts around that tackle, misses another tackle, and out of bounds over there by Hyatt. And that will be another good gain for the Panthers down to about the Maroon Devil 10, I believe.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a better job tackling him. That's for sure. We got to get some pads on him. Right now, we're just kind of taking some shots, and it's not working out for us.
So Panthers 2nd and 5 from just outside the Maroon Devil 10-yard line here in the opening minutes, 7:58 and counting in the first quarter of play from Swain County Memorial Stadium, Boys Dietz Field.
Yep, they keep stretching this wide side of the field and get another little. There's the same kind of underneath the same route we ran a minute ago.
And he's down to the 1. That's Pollock.
Yeah.
And Mitch or Groenwald and Collins on the tackle out there, as they've got 1st and goal on the 1 now.
And they like these hash marks. They like taking these receivers and putting you on islands like they're doing right now out there to the wide side of the field with Pollock. They've got him sitting out there all by himself. They're going to run it right in the middle.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
I believe that was Braden Watts for the Panthers. He and Hadley carry most of the mail back there for the Panthers, so they complete a 10-play, 62-yard drive to find pay dirt first here with 7:25 remaining in the first period of play. Maroon Devils have yet to go on offense.
Yeah, this is going to be a deal where, you're going to have to answer each other, and you got to come up with different ways to score and to stop people on either side of the ball. It's a chess match from this point on.
Daniel Riddle knocks home the extra point. That'll take us to our first break here with the Panthers leading 7-0. Hyatt took the kickoff down around the 15 and returned it back out to the 25 for the Maroon Devils. And Swain will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line here.
Yeah, not bad field position. Ball hung up there on him just a little bit. He had to wait for it to come down before he could get started. And he was unable to make that first one miss.
So Maroon Devils break huddle with Collins and looks like Collins and Lillard. That's
in the backfield.
Collins off the right side. He's upended over there very quickly by the Panthers.
Yeah, they put Carson Taylor in motion across the formation there to try to get a kick-out block over there. And and momentarily there was a seam, but Franklin's defense closed it up in a hurry.
No gain on the play, so 2nd and 10 for the Maroon Devils. Again, just like at Smoky Mountain, the Maroon Devils really can ill afford to get behind the sticks at all.
Exactly. That's punishing yourself. You've got to find ways to to make positive plays. There we go.
Lillard gets outside but doesn't outrun the linebacker, who is Watts. Panthers, of course, are old school. They go both ways as well. So Lillard picks up about 3 on first down.
On about second down right now. It's going to bring up third down.
Yeah, it'll be right 3rd and 7.
Yeah.
For the Maroon Devils, facing their first third down in this drive.
Going to go out of the gun this time. You're probably going to see him probably get try to get one-on-one upfield to the wide side of the field, just pretty much like Franklin's been trying to do, running an X route outside, throwing it out to the boundary.
Lillard, plenty of time to throw. Grunwald over there, no backside judge to make that call as Grunwald turned to try to get to the ball and fell.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell if he was tripped or if he fell on his own, but he didn't get to the pass that was thrown to the hash mark. And so the Panthers will get a 3 and out on their first defensive series here and go back on offense. It'll be Lanning to punt from the Maroon Devils' 28-yard line. So Franklin should end up with pretty decent field position out of this.
Yeah, I got Pollock and Adams back here again. They're two dangerous returners, and got to stay. We'll have to cover the field pretty much like Franklin did us on the kickoff.
That'll be fair catch by Pollock. It'll be on about the 36 of the Panthers. They'll take over there 1st and 10.
Yeah, this is one of those ball games where we got to come up with different ways to put a stop to them. We can stop them a play or two, and then they hit another big one on us. And the key to that whole thing so far has been that quarterback.
Yeah,
he's got us running around all over the field, and they're doing a good job of setting things up for him to run with that football.
Well, those two designed run plays were the biggest runs of the game to the opposite side of the way he originally tried to roll.
Right.
He is a left-handed quarterback, so rolling this way would be tough for him. There's a quick hitter out there. Cooper is right there to
almost broke that one up.
Break it up.
Yeah,
he broke on it really well.
He did. He took a swipe at it right as the ball got there and just was unable to knock it out of the receiver's hands, out of Pollock's hands. And
it's about a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5 for the Panthers here. Blankenship and Grunwald will tag the receivers to the other side. Hyatt will take the top side of your screen. Option play.
Run pass option right there, right off the snap of the football. And when he has the option to run that football there if he deems necessary, but his whole purpose right then was to throw it. And that keeps some of the pressure off of him simply because at some point in time he's going to reverse the field again.
Right. And the pass complete for 1st down at the 50-yard line. So the Panthers about to enter Maroon Devil territory for the 2nd time tonight. And that's handed off
counter
to
trap.
Hanley again.
Oh.
He breaks a tackle. Now is thrown down for a loss over there by Grunwald and Taylor, or Carson Taylor.
Yeah, Carson Taylor, yeah. Sutton made an attempt to tackle him there and got a stiff arm for his trouble and got shoved off of him, but that won't happen many more times.
The Panthers off schedule a little bit now with a 2nd and 11 from just inside their own territory. They have Pollock flanked down here with Blankenship on him. There's the handoff to Stiles, and he gets about 4 on the play before being twirled down over there by Bogdanovich and Grunwald.
Yeah, they were waiting on him that time, and Franklin's trying to set up all their sweep moves right here by running the ball back inside out of this gun set, but what they really want to do is get that they're going to try to get that quarterback loose again.
So 3:40 and counting. Plenty of time on the play clock as they all walk to the sideline to get their signal. It's being signaled in by the Panther coaching staff on the far side. So now they're set. They come to the line of scrimmage. And this is a 3rd and 6, so a big down for the Panthers here. They've got people
There's
going
your turn back
everywhere.
blocking again. Same thing. Yeah. They just wait on him if he doesn't see an open receiver right now, he plants his foot and he gets back across the field.
Well, that's deep in Maroon Devil territory all the way down to the 25-yard line. Big gainer that time by McGuire.
Yeah.
Again, off the same side as we've seen the other 3 runs.
Yeah, he just went when they're not really onside blocking the thing on that side. They're just depending on him to make a good decision on whether to throw it out there or reverse field and run with it. And they just set up that turn back blocking. Pull run the trap again.
And that's Stiles again, met over there on the defensive line by looked like Connor Driver and Ben Payne.
Yeah, I believe it was, yep.
And so 2nd and 8, Chris McGuire, the Panthers quarterback, 3 carries, 47 yards. That's a 15.7 average per carry.
Already. I mean, he starts it out coming this way and breaks it all the way back. And those offensive linemen are standing there waiting on him.
All 3 of those runs have been backbreakers for the Panthers. And Pollock's got it. He spins around over there. He's finally drugged down by Groenwald. And he's close to the mark.
He's real close to it. He may have it. Am I going to be measuring it here?
They've marked it 3rd and inches, so there's no first down.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10, Panthers from the Maroon Devil 15, and this is not what we wanted to see.
Yeah, putting the
Things
quarterback
open up
underneath the center and trying to they're just trying to walk it down. There he gave us the option, look out the back door that time, going to his left. And I'd say here in a minute that if they line up in that same formation, they'll do it again.
But more troubling than that, Coach, was the push the offensive line got.
Oh, yeah.
As Watts basically fell in right behind his guard and center, and they moved forward for 4 yards.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
pretty much
a good sign.
That's right. That's our form of wedge blocking, and that's what they're doing. There's nothing fancy. They put their shoulder pads together, and they just start driving upfield. There's no assignment blocking to it. They come off and go get the first maroon jersey they see.
We got a timeout, Panthers.
Yeah. A little bit confused about their formation and personnel there.
1:29 to go. It's 2nd and 8 for the Panthers inside Maroon Devil territory. We'll be right back. All right, as we return to action now, the Panthers back on the field face a 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7, somewhere in between, if you will. Deep inside Maroon Devil territory. The Maroon Devils need a stop right here. The Panthers took the timeout. I don't think the coaching staff liked what they saw out of the alignment.
And now we may see that option. We may see that quarterback run that option on out. Now he's going to be rolling to his left, looking in the back of the end zone and found him. Through a drag route right underneath him, right at the goalpost.
Davis Anders on the catch from Chris McGuire, and the Maroon Devils are down now 13-0. Good drive again by the Panthers. This time 8 plays, 51 yards.
Yeah, we've not found an answer for any of that movement yet, and his ability to roll both sides. Not many quarterbacks can roll one way and throw back the other, or use their opposite hand to that side, but he's doing a heck of a job of it.
So Daniel Riddle knocks home the extra point. That'll take us into our next break. The Panthers on top, 14-0. So the Panthers' Daniel Riddle set to kick it off. Back deep for the Maroon Devils is Cooper Hyatt and Donovan Groenwald, and it'll be to the Groenwald side. He's got it on about the 10. A couple of blockers before him, and he takes on number 3, Daniel Inslee, with a head of steam. Barrels his way up to about the Maroon Devil 28, 29-yard line, where they'll take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, they met there pretty viciously, and that's 2 tough individuals getting up and walking away from that.
So Swain first down with a minute, just a little over a minute 17 remaining in your first quarter of play here from Swain.
We need first downs here. We don't need to worry about getting in the end zone right away. We need some first downs.
A little bit of a drive would be a good thing. Lillard tucks it, keeps it around the corner.
There we go.
Collins, and he's got a big game.
Yeah, we did it. We switched it up on them a little bit right there in our blocking scheme. We based block a speed option, and it literally was a speed option. When I mean base blocking, is we didn't do any veer blocking. We blocked it one-on-one, and he just was running, looking for a seam, and decided to pitch it there. I like that. I like that change-up because Franklin's showing us a 5-man front. Now, they've been a 50 football team ever since I can remember. And if you'll take a look at that, any of you folks that ever played a shade 50 front, that's exactly what you're looking at right there. And that's designed for our ability to run the veer. Now we're answered. Oh, stay on your feet, brother.
If he stays in, he's called him out on the 38 of the Panthers, but nice toss and catch from Lillard to Groenwald.
Oh, I wish we had instant replay. I don't know.
Well, it's a long way away in defensive official, but from our vantage point, he was a long way away when he made that call, too.
Yes, he was. I don't know where he was
way
standing.
Back at the 50.
Yeah, and how he's supposed to be seeing that, I don't know.
But 1st and 10, more importantly, in Panther territory, and maybe the drive we were talking about just then after an 11-yard gain by Collins and then the run and catch by Lillard following the pass from Lillard's pass to Groenwald.
Yeah. And Groenwald, he was doing a good job tightrope over. I just didn't see him going out. And there's the option look. Quick pitching it to him.
Collins fumbled it out of bounds, fortunately for the Maroon Devils, as he fought forward for about 4 more yards. But the ball flew backwards and out of bounds on the 35 of the Panthers, which will be for about a 3-yard gain out of that.
Yeah, that time we did veer block it. We ran the true option at him. And there again, back in the days when we first started playing a shaded 50 front, and like I say, you'd have to know what I'm talking about, but you're going to play with 5 down linemen. Actually, 3 of them are down, the 2 defensive ends or outside linebackers, whatever you want to call them. But you can see it there, and what they do is they end up splitting the difference with the nose man.
And he goes for Hyatt down deep, and Hyatt can't get to it. A little bit overthrown. It'll be incomplete, giving the Maroon Devils a 3rd and 7.5, if you will.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad idea to take that shot right there and get them off of, because if you're going to run the ball to the edges, you've got to get those people thinking about getting beat deep.
Well, they like us, have their corners out on an island against our receivers, so that's a win a lot of times for the Maroon Devils.
Well, you just call it a 50-50 ball. You throw it up there, and your receiver's got to do a lot more work than what your quarterback does. He just got to throw it out there and make sure he gets it upfield, and the receiver's got to try to go get it. Good idea right here. We're going to get us for some kind of motion here.
Well, the Panthers are coming on a blitz. Let's see if they win a little bit early.
They may have.
Or if we reacted to them coming a little bit early.
I believe that's what he's calling. Yeah. I didn't see us move, but you could see them getting ready to pour downhill, and they'll probably do it again.
So that puts the Maroon Devils back behind the sticks again, where they found themselves for a lot of the night. It'll be a 3rd and about 12, 13-ish for the Maroon Devils here, with 44 seconds remaining in this, your first quarter of play.
And we may see Franklin adjust right here just a little bit in coverage, simply because they don't need 5 people up on the line of scrimmage. But they're going to do it again anyway.
This could very well be 4-down territory for the Maroon Devils.
Yes.
Oh
boy. It's out and up cut, and he threw the out, and we were running the out and up. We got to get on the same page with that.
So Here come the punt crew. Gavin Lanning onto the field. So the Maroon Devils will punt it. Hope to pin the Panthers way back in their territory so they can. And apparently a little bit of discussion out there after the missed pass as Coach Blankenship has to go out and get Donovan, who was wanting to have a conversation with one of the Panther players.
Yeah, somebody had something to say to each other. They may respect each other, but they don't really like each other.
Well, it's the heat of battle right now.
It is. All bets are off.
So 39 seconds left. Lanning to punt it away for the Maroon Devils. His third punt of the night. That one's inside the 10, and they do not call a fair catch, which is a bonus for the Maroon Devils.
Yes, great field position here. We need to take advantage of this.
That is Brandon Frost down there along with Reese Winchester to tackle the Panthers' Grant Adams inside of the 5 on the 4-yard line for Franklin.
The Franklin coaching staff may have some words for him about that because, first of all, he was way too deep under the normal rules of expectations of your punt receivers.
You about feel like that would have went in the end zone if you'd let it go.
Exactly. And, the rule is anywhere around the 10-yard line, you catch it. But behind that, you let it go.
So 1st and 10 Panthers here as McGuire under center for this snap. Tries to pull the Devils off. They get back. And now he'll look things over. The clock is not running, so he'll have to run a play. And that's inside the belly to the fullback, and he falls ahead to the 7 or so. Ben Payne on the tackle around the legs.
Yeah, trying to wedge block us out of there just like they did when they scored down here. Just put body on a body and drive their feet.
So that will do the first quarter of play here. We're 15 and counting. Panthers content to swap ends of the field and run their second down play. They'll have it about 2nd and 7 when we return with the second quarter right after this break. So the Panthers return to open the second quarter of play with a 2nd and 7 from their own 7-yard line. So
they're going to try to dig out of this hole right here. They're going to put that quarterback back in that shotgun position right here, and maybe let him run around on the field again, pretty much like this right here. Yeah.
And he's close to a first down. He's over a first down there.
And that's no passing. Those receivers are blocking from the get-go. Yeah, that's a design run for him, and they've got him. They're going to use him.
Blankenship and Taylor on the tackle over there, but not before. He's 3rd and 1. They marked him short. I thought he was awful close. Now the chains look like they're moving, so some indecision. Yeah, it's 1st and 10. So the Panthers have dug out of their own end zone now.
Yeah, they love this 2/3 of the field stuff anyway. They'll run that fullback back in, going to do some trading now with their tight end and their wing back, and now they're running it to the wide side. Nope.
And he avoids another tackler. They're proving to be very elusive, especially the running backs of Hanley and McGuire.
Yeah, they're jumping in between would-be tacklers and making them miss, and we've got to do a better job of settling down and not missing.
because Lucas Sutton had the beat on Hanley that time, but missed him. And Taylor had to come along and finish him off after a 5-yard gain. So 2nd and 5 again. These favorable sticks play right into a lot of play calls for offensive coordinators.
And here again, outside of that lone back there, this wide side of the field is what they like to do. Right there it is again. It's just the numbers. They like the idea of their numbers. They're two real good athletes out here against. They don't care how good your athletes are. They're just going to put them out here and try to get them to make a play.
Well, Keegan Pollock, number 1 for the Panthers, has led them in all-purpose yardage all season long at almost 90 per game. So he is a definite threat out there on the outside.
Oh, yeah.
And we've already seen he has some very good hands in coming up with balls. So something to keep an eye on. 3rd and 5 now for the Panthers. McGuire in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to.
Back to the short side of the field.
And that's a stop over there on Hanley by, who is that?
I can't tell. That was a great job off the edge over there.
Bogdanovich with the tackle for no gain. So 4th down, and we'll see the Panthers punt it for the first time tonight.
Yeah, that was a great play on his part. He could have run by that, and he saw it at the last second, froze his body, and made the play.
So the Panthers will punt it away. I believe that is Eric Munoz, the punter, number 9. And back deep for the Maroon Devils is Blankenship and Hyatt. That'll be over to Hyatt's side. It'll be on the Maroon Devils side of the 50. He scoops it up and then boots it. And let's see who comes away with it. I think the Maroon Devils scooped it up over there.
Lucky on that one.
Josh
Lucky
Collins,
on that one. Yeah.
In the right place at the right time for the Devils on that play.
Yes, it was, and I'm sure he'll second guess himself about trying to field that ball in such a precarious situation, and they're all trying to make something happen.
Trying to make a play.
Trying to make a play. Trying to put some points on the board to get to crawl back in this thing, and you can't do that by playing it safe. They're going to have to take some chances, and that's how we've got to the point we are right now. We're going to have to start taking some chances.
So the Maroon Devils come out with a full shotgun.
Yes.
Taylor and Collins flanked on each side of Lillard. Now he goes under center after he's looked things over. Groenwald in
motion. And
there's Lillard up ahead for a gain of about 9. Taken down out there by Kellen Stiles, the free safety.
Yeah, and if you watch Franklin's front right here, they're out of that 5-man front, they are notorious about using angles and doing what a lot of folks refer to as slant.
Yeah.
And all a 50 front defense is a shaded 50 is an already slanted front. You've already moved to that area. You don't have to miss anything as you go, and they're gonna stay with it. That 5-man front.
It's Maroon Devils in the traditional set. Groenwald now in motion to balance things onto the bottom side of your screen. Lillard pitches it to Collins. He's got a whole wall of Panthers out there that take him down for no gain.
They did it. They played it, the veer exactly the way you play it out of a 5 front right there. And they're hanging their hat on the fact that they're going to try to stop this option as much as possible. We'll have to try to beat them with something else because it is very, very hard to run that option against a 5-man front.
So now the Maroon Devils with 2nd and a little over 10 to go from inside Panther territory now for the 2nd time tonight. And they take a good long look at offensive coordinator Scotty McMahon on the sideline. Now Lillard in a shotgun set with Collins beside him. And he will read it to Collins. He tries to get outside, and the Panthers are too fast for that.
Yeah, they were just stringing him out through there. He was looking as hard as he could look to try to find a way to get cut up field there, but they were playing in the alleys pretty good.
It's going to be a loss of about 4 on the play, so the Maroon Devils now face a long 3rd down with a need to move the football a little bit.
Yeah, we need to get this. Need to pick up these first downs, and this may be one of those situations right here where Coach Blankenship's going to say, hey, we just well take a shot at the end zone on this end of the field. If we don't get it, then we'll punt it back to them. That may be what's fixing to happen. Dump pass.
Oh, they got him.
Run.
Bogdanovich all the way to the Panther 10.
Yeah.
with 33 dump pass. That's what I know that is.
And we ran it against Smoky Mountain.
Yep.
I'm glad to see they're bringing it back because that was always when you catch that free safety running for a pitch man on the option, you can hit that thing. Boy, when you hit it right like that, you can make people pay.
And folks may remember at the Smoky Mountain game, the pass a little behind Nathan, and he had to slow down to catch it and ended up tripping to bring himself down for a big game, but not as big as this game in that situation.
Exactly.
So the Maroon Devils now 1st and 10 from the Panther 10 with Lillard under center, traditional veer set. They do the reverse side again. Lillard spins his way in, meets a whole host of Panthers.
Yeah, we try to run a little bit of a counter trap option there. That's pretty old school too. Is where you counter fake to a dive back, and the meanwhile you're pulling the guard out of there, and Franklin's trying their best to stay in that 5-man front and chase it from behind.
So Lillard with a gain of 4 leaves the Maroon Devils a 2nd down from just inside the 7-yard line. And now he will come up and get under center with a traditional set. It'll be Zach Stepp back there this time with Taylor. They run into each other in a miscommunication and fumble the football, Coach.
Man.
Lillard fumbles it after running into Stepp, and it's recovered by number 52, I believe it was, for the Panthers.
Yeah, that'll break you back. Get down there and get the smell in the end zone and then lose the football. Yeah, we weren't doing a good job of communicating right there.
So tough break for the Maroon Devils, mistake that they have not had to face this year. They were almost flawless at Smoky Mountain in regards to that. And so that turnover will be a backbreaker of sorts as now the Panthers take over on their own 10-yard line. 1st and 10 with 6:51 remaining in the first half. Maroon Devils almost offsides. They're going to get called for it.
Yeah.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the Panthers. First penalty of the night other than offsides on the kickoff.
Yeah, they're really trying to utilize that when they're backed up, getting you to jump off.
Yep.
That's the second time they've tried it. They didn't get us first time, but they got us then.
Well, we were guilty of that at Smoky, and they probably saw that on film and decided we can take advantage of that in certain situations.
Exactly.
So McGuire with the traditional I set now under center. It'll be Handley all the way back. Now he looks up to double check the sideline to see what he's got available to him. And they drop back. There's the pass outside and a missed tackle over there.
And there you go again. One receiver out there on got a defensive back on an island on the wide side of the field. And boy, they get the ball in his hands, anything can happen. And they know that. So they're utilizing it as much as they can.
That was Pollock for a gain up to the Maroon Devils 27-yard line now. It's another first down for the Panthers. As they look over, a good long look. They're down to 24 on the play clock. They've got their play in now, 6:27 and counting before the half.
May see a little bit more of that razzle-dazzle with that quarterback. Yep, there it is. You could just see, kind of sense it coming. And
he's pushed out over there by Cooper Hyatt, but not before he gets another 12 yards on the play. And they got out in front of that and just collapsed the Maroon Devil side over there.
It did, and they're turning this, what they're trying to do is turn it into a foot race. Exactly, because they know he's got good speed. They've got these plays designed for him to roll back against the grain. They got these quick fakes like he just did, and meanwhile, they're already sweep blocking on the other side.
So Panthers come up set, this time in the shotgun with McGuire and Handley, the two backs. And they will work
run the
that,
trap, run the same play
out of different formation and get similar results.
Yeah.
And a flag comes flying in, and that was near the line of scrimmage. Let's see if it's a hold on the Panthers.
It looked more like a tackle by one of the Panthers. And he's talking to one of them right there. I think he did a little bit of leg sweep on one of the defensive linemen to keep him from getting in a pursuit angle.
It is a hold. McGuire had a gain up to about the 46. That'll be erased. The hold is going to go from the 43-yard line back to the 33, and they will retain the down, though, after that is said and done.
Well, right now we're just needing to get them in some kind of hole. That's all. That's what we're looking for, is to try to make it as difficult as we can on them to pick up first downs or to try to attempt to score till we can kind of get regrouped here at halftime.
So if you're wondering, it's 5:30 now and counting still, 19 seconds on the play clock. The Panthers being a little bit deliberate, and who could blame them to get in the set and the play that they want. Here comes the roll back to the side again. They've got Pollock down there. Collins and Hyatt on the coverage. They had him covered pretty well.
Yeah.
The Franklin sideline wanted pass interference, but that would have been a heck of a bailout call because Collins was running for the ball.
Yeah, and he made a play on the ball, and he wasn't even, it wasn't about the receiver. He was trying to become the receiver. So
you don't block your guy from getting to the ball if you're not trying to get to the ball.
Exactly.
And you have a right to get to it too.
That's
so
right.
Didn't no call on my opinion right there from the back judge on that. That would have been an easy call bailout-wise, but good coverage on the Maroon Devils.
Yeah, good bracket coverage by the free safety Collins there because he was in a position to where he could help deep upfield in that zone coverage, and the corner just kept running with him.
So the Panthers now with 2nd and long. We'll take it. Here comes
Here we
the
come
run
again.
to this side on
pulling the guard and the tackle from the backside.
And Collins runs him out of bounds over there near the 38 of Franklin. And it will still set up a pretty lengthy 3rd down, 3rd and 12.
Yeah, 12. And there again, they're utilizing him the best way they know how. And there again, they absolutely are. They love the wide side of the field. And, there was a lot of times playing against Franklin, even when they were a more conventional offense, we defended the wide side of the field. I mean, we literally outnumbered them to the wide side of the field no matter what formation they came in and dared them to run into the boundary because it's the only way we could control some of their athletic speed out there is make them run over here where that 12th man is, which is that sideline.
So they're going to let the play clock run all the way down and take time out here and talk things over. And we'll take it along with them. Panthers on top 14-0. So 3rd and 13 for the Panthers following the timeout. It is probably worth note that the Panthers offensive coordinator is their head coach.
Yeah, he's got that wide side of the field, and he's going to put 3 receivers out there, and they are setting up for the screen right in the middle. There it is.
And they're going to have 1st down. Nope, he's going to be short.
He's going to be short.
Just a little bit. Yeah. Step and Collins on the tackle. Great spot.
Good
Holy cow,
Lord.
what a spot.
Nah, that ain't even close. He didn't get to there. I'm telling you, he did not. Will you please stand still?
Oh, my God.
Goodness.
That's a 1st down.
Goodness.
That was a terrible spot.
Y'all going to have to fire me. I'm going to say something real bad. That's the most ignorant thing I've ever – well, no, I don't know. Smoky Mountain was pretty bad, but this right here, he has no idea where that
the whole pileup of the tackle happened on the 48.
Yeah, 48, and he spots it at the 50. Here we come, same play.
Hadley around on the sweep, cuts it up side back side, and he may be off to the races. It's Hyatt to catch him if he can, and now Hadley stops, and he's going to score. Hadley on a 50-yard run following the bogus 1st down, and the Panthers are steamrolling into control right here, unfortunately for our Maroon Devils. And on to kick will be Riddle for the 3rd time tonight. And that was a tough break for our Maroon Devils to give up that first down, first of all, and then the sweep comes in and he cuts it back against the grain and goes all the way.
Exactly. That was just that breaks your back here before halftime. We're going to have to really keep our heads up and get regrouped here and try to find a way for us to swim back into this thing.
Absolutely. We'll take a break, come back on the other side with the kickoff. And we're set for the kickoff. It'll be one of the busiest men in the stadium, Daniel Riddle, to kick it off. And he is over to the Hyatt side. He takes it on about the 16, and Cooper looks for blocking, finds it, can't get his way out of the huddle, the scrum, so to speak, and he falls forward to about the 47-yard line if the side judge is spotting it. No, it's the 33. I'm sorry.
Maybe he actually saw this where this one got tackled at, but
I was hoping he'd spotted up there about the 50.
Yeah, he should have. You go to these officials meetings and you talk about mechanics. You hear them talk about mechanics a lot, and like if an official plays near the sideline, the official that comes up, he spots the ball. He makes the spot. He doesn't pick the ball up and pitch it to another official, and that's what I saw him do, and it's ridiculous. It's no part of the mechanics.
So Lillard out of the shotgun. Yeah. He cuts it up inside. He'll get a good gain of about 5 for the Maroon Devils, who, again, need a good drive right here to get to halftime and regroup themselves down 21-0. And a gain of about 4 or 5 on that run by Lillard, and it's up to second down now. Lillard leading rusher for the Maroon Devils at 48 yards so far.
That's a good designed base blocked option play against that 50 front. It's kind of a throwback play because you've actually got them outnumbered to one side or the other.
So shotgun now, Collins to one side. Lillard drops back a few steps, looks things over, now scrambles to his right. He's going to tuck it and run with it and get out of bounds at about the 43-yard line, so a gain of about 4.
Yeah. Well, that'll give we like a good long yard. Hopefully we can pick it up right here.
So that'll leave us 3rd and 2, long 2.
Yeah, long 2. There again, I was looking at the wrong official.
You were hoping for the good spot again.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that spot that
the Franklin spot.
Got. Yeah, get that Franklin spot.
We did not get it. We got the out-of-bounds spot over here. So it's 42-yard line of the Maroon Devils. There's 3 minutes and 4 seconds and counting still remaining on your clock before halftime. So this is definitely not 4-down territory at this juncture of the ball game. So the Maroon Devils need a big first down. There's the bend around. Collins dances his way forward, goes forward for a couple of more before being drugged down by Gabe Nickerson across midfield into Panther territory.
Yeah, we needed that first down. That's a freeze option right there.
And Collins looks to be shaken up.
He got dinged a little bit right there. He may have took a shot on the shin right there from the looks of it when the tackler came
got a flag?
into it.
I don't even see it.
I believe I see it now, but it's wadded up. It's not strung out any at all. It's just kind of been dropped down.
It's holding on the Maroon Devils, of course. So it should go from the spot of the foul, which would be a first down for the Maroon Devils, from the Franklin 48 back to the Maroon Devil 42. Should be 1st and 10 from there, I believe, if I understand that rule correctly.
Well, right now we're a little bit.
Nope, check that. It's 2nd. 3rd.
Third down?
How's that possible?
You got me. There again, I believe the mechanics are off.
So Lillard drops back, looks things over, motions traffic, moves around some more. He's scrambling. Now he goes outside, cuts inside, has the first down, and he'll be up to the Maroon Devil 48. Gabe ended up running 4 miles to get 5 yards, but it was an important 5 yards. It's a first down.
It was to get this first down, and we sorely needed that. Now with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to play, the important thing we got to do is we got to generate something here before this clock runs out.
Carson Taylor back into the backfield for the Maroon Devils now, who will break huddle with it just at 2 minutes remaining in this first half. And now they come out. It'll be, looks like the traditional veer set. Lillard goes under center with 2 backs, wings spread to each side. Now drops back, looks at Gronwald, and now will go deep. It's underthrown and picked off. And there's a flag on the play.
Yeah,
that's probably offensive pass interference. Number 7, Kellen Stiles, picks that off down at the and they're not marking the spot, Coach.
They'd be bringing it back. Somebody may have held on to somebody back there. I believe that's what's happening because the Franklin players are holding their helmets and all that good. That's a sign that things aren't going good for them. Yeah, what happened right then?
Pass interference.
Okay. Yeah, and what happened right then is, as he attempted to throw the football, as Lillard attempted to throw it, one of the running backs wasn't real sure where he was and almost backed into him, so he had to short arm it because otherwise he knew where he was going to go with it, but he had to short arm the ball and it hung up in the air on him when he did.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 for our Maroon Devils, and they're into Franklin Panther territory again at the 37-yard line this time, check. And now it will be timeout Panthers as they take their 3rd and final timeout of the first half with 1:42 remaining before halftime. We'll take it along with them. And we're back now. The Devils first down, and the shotgun. Lillard is back. Pretty clean pocket. He goes deep again to Gronwald.
Taking a shot.
And that is incomplete. Defended down there by Kellen Stiles. And again, there's a lot of coverage down there with 3 deep receivers. It was Hyatt, Bogdanovich, and Grunwald all running straight down the field.
Yeah, we ran a little bit of a crossing route there to see if we could cross up some of their coverage, and they didn't fall for it, and they're giving us plenty of space. They're not worried about us getting another first down right now. They're worried about us getting in the end zone, and that's the way he's playing it right now.
Maroon Devils have taken their first time out of the half at with 1:36 mark, and we'll take it too. So the Maroon Devils with possession again here, 1:36 as we alluded to before that break. They took the timeout to talk things over. Lillard will now roll. Steps in front, is caught from behind on the sack. That's 57, Bradley Stiles on the sack.
Yeah, coming from behind him there from the backside. And that is the danger there of that five-man front and them utilizing those inside linebackers in coverage. And you got five people pouring down on you.
So the Maroon Devils go no huddle here. They've called the play in. Looked like Ramius Smith signaling it in. They are set now out of the shotgun with Lillard to go back to pass again. He rolls a little bit to this side, throws it outside and low, and that will be incomplete with 55.1 seconds remaining. It will be 4th down.
Yeah, they pulled one on us right there by pulling the taking the defensive ends and dropping them into flat coverage so that the corners could drop deeper. And when they do that, they give up a little bit on the pass rush, but their coverage is great underneath.
So Gavin Lanning will punt before the half ends here. Gavin has gotten himself a good workout tonight. And that one's away. It'll be fair caught this time, but he lets it go, and it goes over his head and through the end zone. So it'll be Panther ball, 1st and 10 from the 20 with 49 seconds left. And at this point, do they go into full attack mode, or are they willing to just go into halftime with a 21-point lead?
I believe they may try a long shot here once or twice, but then they're if something good happens to them, I'm not talking about going for the end zone. If they can get the ball to midfield in a play or two without you burning, because they're out of timeouts, then you'll see them getting speed up mode. But right now, the center with the quarterback going up underneath the center, they're just going to be content with running the fullback up in there, and of course he's fooling around and getting upfield.
And that's the fullback Braden Watts on the carry, and a whole host of Maroon Devils up around his upper body being drug along with him. I think they were trying to tackle the football.
Yeah, they're trying to strip the ball out as they're going to tackle, and at some point in time, there's times that helps you, times it hurts you. But he's going to stay underneath. They're probably going to run the exact same play to the other side. There's their shot down the field. Oh, man, we almost had an opportunity to break on it right there. When Cooper, I believe that was Cooper.
It's good coverage over there by Hyde. He was in lockstep with Keegan Pollock, their top receiver. And
soon as Pollock came off the ball, he kind of stutter-stepped and tried to put him to sleep, and then broke all out down through there. And that was their one shot on 2nd down, because it was 2nd and short. Why not, take a shot? Now they'll probably come back and just run the football, or he may attempt to go deep with it again.
Well, they've got 3rd and a long.
They don't want us to have the ball
right
back, either on a punt or anything else. So we're going to probably see them run the football. Counter trap.
First down.
Picks up the 1st down.
Tackled over there by Carson Taylor. And that was Stiles again. And that probably will take us to the half. It's going to be a 1st down for the Panthers, but 10.5 seconds remain before halftime.
I don't believe they'll get another play off. They're not even attempting to.
As soon as the change set, and that's going to do the first half. The Panthers on top, 21-0. We'll have coverage of the Maroon Devil Marching Band here at halftime, and Coach White and I'll be back with the second half.
Happy birthday, guys. You all are great. captain, Jackson Payne McCullough. Percussion captain, Grace Schuler. Color guard captains are Gerald Dickerson and Michaela Macuzo. New marches coordinates are Morgan Hurley and Dave Schuler. Uniform managers, Stevie Carnes, Jacob Burnsford, and Bianca Farewell. Equipment manager, Alton Bellows. Tonight's halftime show features songs of the sea. The band would like to dedicate this performance to Hazel High School Band Director Jennifer Gibson, Berkeley High School Band Director Jason Nichols, as they both are battling critical illnesses. Please remember them in your thoughts and prayers. And please welcome the Swain High School Marching Band. Great job, man.
Room Nation. My name is Erin Jenkins, and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of things help get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
And we're back, folks. Great halftime show by the Marching Maroon Devil Band. They never cease to amaze me, Coach. You know, like you said, Karen Williams-Lanning does a tremendous job with them, and Tim Sale stepped in there with her, and the two of them, fine job with the band. They work extremely hard every day.
They really do, and you know, I learned early on about her that she's as conscientious as an instructor as there can be, or coach, as we call her.
So first half stats on the way for you. Franklin, 15 first downs. They had 23 carries for 174 yards rushing, 78 more passing for 252 total yards. Our Maroon Devils, 20 plays for 124 total yards, 66 on the ground with 13 carries and 58 through the air on 2 of 7 passing. Worth note that the Panthers, Chris McGuire, 8 of 11 the first half, 78 yards passing. He added with that 6 carries for 71 yards, 12-yard per carry average for the quarterback, who, as I pointed out to you and during one of the breaks, came into this game with minus 7 yards rushing. On the season.
And when you mentioned that, I had no idea. I hadn't even looked at his stats. But it's almost as if, you know, we don't know what his situation was prior to it, whether he had an injury or someone. They didn't want to turn him loose with it.
Yeah.
But, boy, they've changed something up because – I can't see anybody holding him and again, it could have been the sacks that he took against some teams. But now, as far as keeping him behind that line of scrimmage very often, it ain't going to happen.
And it could very well be a 2-week planning period that they've been able to implement that into their offense that they wanted to be there all along, just didn't have the time or wherewithal to put it in. But either way, Chris McGuire, the player of the game in our book in the first half, he was a one-man wrecking crew for the Maroon Devils.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustment Swain comes out with during the second half. You know, the Maroon Devils able to move the ball at times in the first half, looked good at times, but one miscue down on the goal line at the 10-yard line, fumble that the Panthers were able to recover, thwarted a possible touchdown drive by the Maroon Devils. And then almost seemingly every time something was going good in a drive, we found ourselves behind the sticks again and digging out. And that's hard to do, and especially against a team that, as you pointed out, runs that 5-man front, makes it very difficult for us to do our bread and butter plays with the veer dive, of course, the Swain bread and butter for years, and that has never been anything that we've been able to do very well against Franklin over the years.
No, they're going to take that away from us. That's the biggest fear they have is getting out there and not have coached their kids up on veer plays, assignment football. You're going to take the dive, you're going to take the quarterback, then you're going to take the pitch man. And if you don't do that, a veer team, as you see, even some of the colleges still run it in the military schools, and they'll make you pay because people just don't prepare for that, as much as they used to in other days gone by. But Franklin's had a whole lot to do with our inability to put that ball in the end zone. They're doing a good job gang tackling. They're doing a great job in pass coverage right now. They're not afraid of what we might be able to do. But what we have to do is find some way of getting their attention offensively.
Yeah.
Now, defensively, but you got to hang on to that ball for a period of time. If your defense is on the field all the time, you win championships playing defense.
Yeah.
But
not all the time.
Ball games can get away from you simply because you don't have enough offense to keep the ball out of other people's hands. You give it to them enough times, they'll find a way to score on you.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we said, a good first half for the Franklin Panthers, but this, of course, is still an extremely young Maroon Devil football team, something we need to keep in mind as we move forward. That is not an excuse. That is just a fact of the matter.
Exactly.
And they will grow as the season goes along. Yeah. Franklin offsides on the kickoff, so we'll get to back up 5 yards and do that again. But back to my point, they're going through growing pains right now, and more importantly, having to learn on the fly, which is an important part of being an athlete, especially a football player. And and I'm sure you can speak to the fact that the years where you were very successful as a football team, you had players who communicated continually, and it was a give and take process.
Always. And it got, the younger you are, the lack of communication, because the younger players don't really know what to tell you. They don't know what really is happening to them. They come over and say, Coach, somebody hit me right in the ear, and I don't know who it is. I don't know where it's coming from. Yeah. And so, but it takes some experience.
Grunwald at the 7 brings it back out. He's looking for a little help, gets a block over on the sideline, puts his head down, steams ahead, and will be out of bounds at about the 37-yard line of the Maroon Devils. So good starting field position on the Donovan Grunwald return. Will set the Swain offense up. They will come out as they always have with Gabe Lillard under center, and Josh Collins and I believe Carson Taylor will be in there to start this.
Just saw him coming on the field there. Yeah.
Grunwald and Hyatt set to the top, and Bogdanovich as your tight end. So Maroon Devils in the standard veer set with Collins and Taylor behind Lillard. And Grunwald in motion will reset the other side as Franklin resets their defense. Same play we've seen several times. Lillard, we might say, is one of our more successful plays of the night.
Basically what Coach McMahon and Coach Blankenship are trying to do right there is get them out of that rhythm of taking dive, quarterback, and pitch we were just talking about. Right there, you make it all look veer, but it's not. And it's a design run by that quarterback to make that bend back across according to the way you're blocking it. But there again, it's still a difficult play to run against this 5-man front.
Well, an 8-yard gain by Lillard as he put his head down and shoved his way forward for a couple extra yards there. Sets the Maroon Devils up really good here with a 2nd and 2 from just inside their own 45-yard line. Grunwald in motion to the top of the screen. Now here comes the traditional veer. Pitch to Taylor. He cuts it back inside, finds a little bit of running room, and will have a first down.
Yeah.
On his first touch of the night out of the backfield, Taylor scrambles ahead for about a 5-yard gain, and the Maroon Devils will be 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line, their own 49.
Yeah, we ran the straight-up outside veer look right there, and he saw it so quickly. He made that quarterback player commit to him, and he pitched it immediately. And what we got, this is what we got to have. We just got to put together some drives right here. We don't have to big play them. It's nice if you can, but we just got to put together some drives.
Quick pass out to Grunwald and 1-on-1 against.
There we go. Now
Pollock,
it's our turn.
And now he goes downfield, and Pollock makes the tackle. I guess the stiff arm over there was against Ben Waldrop, but a big gainer by Grunwald, and that is one of the better things that I've seen in recent years out of Coach Scotty McMahon's offensive playbook is he has great way to get people like Groenwald and Cooper Hyatt involved in the offense as wideouts.
And if you don't, you're going to end up wasting a player. And he's developed it. He knows who his players. He knows who his playmakers are. Let's put it that way. All these kids are playing hard, but you got to have playmakers out there. And here we go with the veer. Look there again back to that side, making that pitch man quarterback player take him.
Taylor bulls his way upward for 3 yards out of what seemed to be nothing on that play. So Carson Taylor with 2 quick carries. He didn't have any touches in the first half. Not sure if that was a defensive move to keep him fresh on the defensive end.
I would say it had a big part of it because the mere fact of how intense he'd been playing, and I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of and he could be bummed up a little bit one way or the other.
Yeah. So Lillard back under center again, 2nd and 8 for the Maroon Devils in Panther territory at the 32-yard line. He's back to pass, quick out to Groenwald, stop and go pattern. He almost breaks that tackle, but lunges ahead down to the 21-yard line of the Panthers.
Yeah.
So Lillard to Groenwald is paying big dividends for the Maroon Devils here in the second half.
Yeah, we're just being patient right here. And by doing what we're doing right now, it's going to open some more things up. They can't just stand there and fight us toe-to-toe with those 5 big defensive linemen they've got in there.
A little bit of a page out of the Franklin Panther playbook from the first half.
Exactly. We're just a little bit of their own medicine right now. If you don't understand what a shaded 50 is, that's where you see that nose man. Now I think that we misblocked something there.
Well, Gabe Lillard kept it for the pitch and was thrown for about a 3-yard loss. So as we said, Maroon Devils, good things, and then suddenly find themselves behind the sticks again with a 2nd and 13. At least it's 2nd down, and we're definitely in 4-down territory here. So you look at it as 3 downs here to get 13 yards.
Yeah, now we have a wide side of the field right here. I don't know that we'll utilize it or what we can make happen right here. We're about to see. There it is.
Quick pass to Groenwald again.
Yeah.
He cuts back inside, breaks a couple of tackles.
Hang on.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Maroon Devils.
All right.
As the Devils are on the board, Donovan Groenwald takes a 23-yard pass from Gabe Lillard and scores the Maroon Devils' first touchdown. 8:34 remaining in the third quarter.
And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that conversation took place in the dressing room. We got to get the ball out there in his hands. Put him out there to the wide side. Do just like you said, like Franklin's been doing to us. Isolate their people like they've been isolating ours.
So good drive for the Maroon Devils. It reaches pay dirt. Gavin Lanning's extra point is good. And the Maroon Devils are on the board to open the second half with a 64-yard, 7-play drive. Took about 3 minutes off the clock, and we will be back for the Maroon Devils kickoff after this. Gavin Lanning set to kick it off, and you get a good look at our Maroon Strong Performance Center off in the distance there, and we're going to have an open house on that for homecoming. So if you come to the homecoming game, make sure you get out and check out that facility. It's one of the finest in Western North Carolina and really is a game changer for Maroon Devil athletics. Lanning's kick is short. It will be hit on the ground, which is what they wanted, picked up out there by Keegan Pollock, and he's dancing around over there, hauled up and dropped down at about the 26 or 27. No, check that, Coach. He is spotted near the 30-yard line.
There again. Junior over there, I'm going to call him.
He's got him.
I don't know what he's seeing. I don't know if he's seeing the football or if he's seeing I don't know. And you talk about forward progress all you want to. That does not take effect on that play. That is not in play. If he gives up ground, he gives up ground.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
all
I can say.
Anyway, 1st and 10, Panthers from the 29-yard line when he was tackled on the 26. So split one back there. McGuire's in the shotgun formation. Let's see what they look to do. Fake to one side. Here he comes to the other.
Yep.
To the short side, and Cooper Hyde over there to run him out of bounds for about a 2-yard gain. Yeah. And so that's manageable gain on first down. Yeah. Check that 3-yard gain. You never know.
Well, on that side, you don't know. That's a fact.
Back to 2-yard gain now. I don't know.
I never have seen, bless his heart, I don't even know where he's spotting the football.
I'm just going to let him put the football down before I say anything.
All right, now we'll see this play. Now we're going to use the wide side of the field right there. That's just the way it's happening for them right now.
So same thing the Maroon Devils do. They do a quick hitter out to their key receiver, Keegan Pollock, and he catches it for about a 5-yard gain. Good tackle by Cameron Blankenship out there on an island by himself, as you like to call it. Now we're 3rd and 3. Big crucial down early in the second half for the Maroon Devils.
And there again, they like this. They still like the wide side of the field, Franklin does. They still are planning or scheming something, I feel like, anyway, to either get the fullback or the quarterback out to the wide side of the field out there running the football.
Hanley set to McGuire's left, which would put him in a position to run in that direction.
They moved.
Touch first down.
Oh, yeah,
Hanley's still running hard, and that'll be a first down. No flag on the play.
No, they jumped over there, and official, it kind of stunned him that their offensive lineman jumped and nobody made a call.
So it is a 1st and 10 for the Panthers up at the Franklin 46-yard line. At least that's where the ball sits. And now they will look again to the sideline, get their call. It's the 7 minutes to go in the third period of play. If you're just joining us, Panthers lead it 21-7 over our Maroon Devils.
Yeah, we need to shake them up right here a little bit with something. I believe I smell a blitz coming before too long. Now he's trying to go deep again. It may be an interception this time. Oh, there was hands play there.
Stop and go pattern over there, and Cooper Hyatt ended up being the primary receiver, basically.
He sure was. He smelled that out, and there again. And I'm pretty sure that Cooper understands as well as I do about the wide side of that field. He knows he's out there on that island. He knows what's going on.
Well, he did not fall for the double move at all of Pollock out there. A very good receiver in his own right. They're going to try to get him going deep. And Cooper Hyatt right there in position. Pollock ended up playing defense to keep him from catching that ball. 2nd and 10 Panthers. Now, still inside their own territory here. And now they shift everybody to the wide side.
We're going to see that quarterback run this one to the wide side. I see you can smell that coming too.
Yeah. Devils string it out now. He turns and goes back. There's Grunwald to cut him off.
Yeah.
And Collins comes in along with 74, Nolan Fisher, and he's got about a 6-yard gain out of that scrambling in and out. And so it'll be another 3rd down for the Panthers, critical 3rd down for the Maroon Devils defense. And defensive coordinator Eric Stevenson getting his troops the set called in that he wants out of this. And the bonus is they're in the middle of the field, Coach, no wide side.
Well, this is the instance where they're going to put that quarterback up underneath right here, and they're going to probably sling the ball upfield or just try to get this first down. They're not going to run it. They're going to call timeout.
Yeah. And timeout Panthers here with 6:06 gone or left in the third period of play. We'll take it along the way. So we return with a crucial 3rd down right here. This is a big play for the Maroon Devil defense. They need to make a stand right here and get the ball back to the offense, who did a good job marching downfield and putting some points on the board.
Yeah, and even though if they get a first down right here, we've got to keep in mind the situation. As we're probably going to see a little bit of a blitz, and right there it was, and held him up. He didn't get that. Well, you got to wait a minute, see where Junior over spots it.
Yeah, we need to figure out the spot. But it was a good play by the Maroon Devils defense to stop him for no gain, in my opinion, being that play happened right in front of us.
Yeah.
But he got a yard out of it.
But from the looks of it, and that was a great call by Coach Eric Stevenson right there by letting Carson smell that thing out and walked him up into the line of scrimmage to be that A-gap player, because that's basically all they've been doing is turn out blocking.
So 4th down now and long 3 for the Panthers here.
Yeah.
Midway through this quarter, and there's
Fullback.
Hanley,
No,
and he didn't get it unless
he did not. Well,
unless they get a very generous spot.
Watch him. He's trying to reach it out, and I believe Junior over is going to.
They got him short of the 45, and that's going to be a great defensive stop by the Maroon Devils right there, as Nathan Bogdanovich shot through there to make initial contact and hold him up for the remainder of the Maroon Devils to finish him off.
What I like about that is Coach Stevenson and Coach Blankenship decided to do something a little different right there by going to that 3-man front up there and letting those outside linebackers come running down in towards that the line of scrimmage and attack that thing, and it worked out real good.
So Maroon Devils take over on downs. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line now, 5:22 remaining in the third. Traditional veer backfield, and there's the dive follow, and Lillard is greeted rudely in there by Braden Watts, the counterpart on the other side as a running back. As we said, the Panthers are not shy about playing people both ways either. They put their best people out there on the field and don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's not a big deal to them. They've been just that. They've been that way all along since since Coach Brooks has been over there and his brother.
So about a 3-yard gain by Lillard on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 7. Maroon Devils here right in front of you. That's a handoff to Taylor, the traditional veer dive, and Carson powers ahead into Panther territory down to the Franklin 49-yard line.
Yeah, and he's a load. I tell you what, he's got that low center of gravity. He's stronger after seeing him after the Smoky Mountain game and talking to him for a minute or two. He physically, you can tell, he is just much more powerful player this year than he's been in the past, and he's feeling it. He's using that power. We've seen him do it in 2 games this year.
Well, the thing I love about his season so far is every time his team has needed him or needed a big play, as a senior captain, he has provided.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it be a 10-yard run or whether it be a big tackle.
Yeah, and you said the key thing right there. It's for his team. You can tell he's playing for his teammates.
And Lillard finds that gap, and he's drugged down by Watts.
We finally got that thing to work. We finally got to hit it like we wanted to hit it right there on that trap block.
So down to the Panther 39. It'll be 1st and 10 again for the Maroon Devils on the Lillard run. Pretty sizable gain down there, and Gabe is up to 76 yards so far in this game, leading the Maroon Devils in rushing by far, with the most carries at 12. So Coach Scotty McMahon finding ways to make his very athletic quarterback a weapon.
Exactly. He's got to. That's what they're searching for in these games right here, to see who they are, what their personality is.
Quick pass to Groenwald, another 6 or 7 yard gainer. Pushed out of bounds over there by Stiles.
He knew exactly where that boundary was, and he was not going to step out. He was going to fight it till they knocked him out, and that's great.
So big gainer by Donovan down to the Panther 26. And it is another Maroon Devil 1st down, and the versatility of this Maroon Devil offense paying huge dividends here in the second half.
Yeah, they're really doing a good job with it down there right now, mixing it up, mixing the plays up, and getting players where they needed to be. Here's our opportunity to utilize the wide side of the field. I don't know that we will, because with Carson Taylor over here on this side, this looks like it may be a veer lane from the split that tight end's got. We'll see.
Groenwald in motion down that way, and that's a bend back inside to Collins, who falls forward for a pretty good gain there of about 4. Even though he was stymied in the gap, he was still able to get behind Fisher and get a couple of more yards out of it.
Yeah.
So a good run by the sophomore, and he is inside the 25 to the 24 for the Maroon Devils now with 2nd down.
Yeah, we need this drive right here real bad. I'm not saying again we have to score, but we've got to put pressure on them to let them know we're still in this fight here. Now they're going to stack that shaded 50 front. And there we go to the boundary. Back shoulder.
Oh. Almost caught by Gronwald on a fade pattern there. Heck of a job. There's a little stop and go on his part.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, taking something out of what the Panthers have tried to do to us with their talented receiver over there, Pollock. The Maroon Devils miss on that opportunity. Now it'll be 3rd and 8. But you got to figure this is probably two down territory to get to first down.
Yeah, and at this point in the ball game, we got to about make it that because unless you've got an extreme, we can attempt a field goal, but I can't see that helping us in the long run here.
Lillard looks over the Franklin defense. Now he is under center with a traditional veer backfield behind him. Taylor and quick trap to Taylor up front, and he's going to be short of the first down on the Pollock tackle.
But that really helps. That really helps get us in a position here where we can take some chances right here now, and especially there again to the wide side of the field and make them have to chase us for a down.
4th and 2 for the Maroon Devils, deep in Panther territory. Another good drive by the Swain offense. If nothing else, it's flipped the field for the Panthers if we don't get it here. But if we get it, we're certainly in position to add another touchdown on the board here in the 3rd period.
Yeah, I know people get tired of hearing me talk about field position, but
critical.
As a coach, if you turn it over on downs here, you don't want to, and we got this one blown dead right here.
Timeout, Swain.
Yeah, I believe that Franklin kind of had it smelled out right there, and Coach Blankenship realized it, and he and Coach McMahon, and they opted a smart move right there to get that timeout to try to set something else up.
So the Maroon Devils take their first timeout of the second half, and we'll take it along with them down the line. Critical 4th down here for the Maroon Devils in this ball game. 1:55 remaining in the 3rd period of play, and Swain 4th and long 2, Coach, is what it looks like to me.
Yeah, and I see us doing something just a little bit different, and right there it is. He may not be able to get it from there.
He
didn't get it.
Well, I don't know. He's pretty close. He's almost to the 15. That's the 16's the first down. It is really close.
Well, this official over here spotted it mechanically the way you're supposed to spot it. So
we needed the other guy to spot it.
Yeah, that way too.
Yeah, they're going to measure it here, and it's going to be inches. As Gabe fell forward to the almost 15. Well, you can see it there on your screen. Worth telling you guys that you got saddled with me tonight because Gary Ayers is out in Oklahoma doing some stuff with Western Carolina as they will face off with Oklahoma this weekend, and Gary's out there going to provide the play-by-play for that one.
Does that mean Western pays him more than you do?
Probably.
Okay. I just wondered. I'm just curious.
Yeah. It's pretty safe bet. All right, we're going to get right in on the ball here, and you'll know before we do. Look at that. Joe Holt with another one of our camera positions right there.
Joe, he's the magic man.
We're going to have a better angle than the officials do.
Mm-hmm.
First down. Nope, we're short.
We're short.
Short by a couple of inches is all it was right there, folks. You could see it.
Yeah. Okay, well, and like I said earlier, Toby, this is one of those things that we needed to score. We'll have another opportunity, I'm pretty sure, but at least we have flipped the field position on. Now, if we can get ourselves under control defensively and play as well as we did in the last series against them, then we're still in this fight.
Yeah, that was a tough break for the Maroon Devils, but nonetheless, as we said, it does flip the field and get the ball to Franklin with 1:47 remaining in the third period on their own 16-yard line. And it's worth mentioning here, if we can use the old basketball jinx of saying the Panthers have not turned the ball over all night.
Yeah, that's what we got to do.
And maybe it's time for one.
All right, here we go. Yeah, here we go.
It always works in basketball. If you talk about how good the free throw shooter is, they miss. So
yeah,
we'll talk about how well they've handled the ball and see if that pays off.
Here we go with the whole dilemma of the wide side of the field again. And with Frank, what they've been trying to show us they want to do with that quarterback of they may just attempt to run it out of there, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to pull that guard over the top, and that smelled out so well by Carson Taylor.
That was Styles on the carry.
Yeah, and when the kick-out block occurred over there, when the trap block occurred, right away, immediately, Carson beat the offensive lineman and was able to play downhill into that alley like he's supposed to and make that play.
Remember what we said. He's made big plays so far this year when his team needed him the most, and there he was on that one. Not over-pursuing, staying in a good lane.
And one of the things I've seen him really improve on is using his hands to get off blockers, and he uses his height to get under them. Oh, man.
And they find Pollock. Pollock makes one move, causes Collins to miss. Collins throws him forward, and now the Maroon Devils can't get him stopped. Here come the linemen to push him ahead all the way to the 40. So a huge gain on that play on just a little look in as they take advantage of their talented receiver in much the same way we have done with Donovan Groenwald on that end. Now Lillard goes in on the defensive end. His step comes off with a helmet problem.
Yeah.
And Gabe Lillard, they rave about him on defense. They just don't like him out there because he's so important on offense.
He is, but you got to take this chance at this point in the season and getting him involved as much as he was involved last spring in the games. I mean, he played a whole lot on defense for us and played well.
And was a good defender.
Yes, he was.
Good tackler and a good defender, and he is an extremely athletic young man. So that's a plus to have that on the field. There goes the toss sweep out there.
First time we've seen that play tonight. Yeah.
Good job over there by Nathan Bogdanovich to sniff that out for a loss, it seemed like.
Yeah,
that was at least no gain.
That was coming quick, and we jumped all over that. That was the first time we'd seen that toss sweep like that tonight.
Well, check that. They gained a yard. Okay.
Well, you know who spotted it over there.
That's going to do it for our third quarter play, folks. We'll be back with the final quarter in this exciting ball game here in just a few moments. To open the fourth quarter here, the Panthers ball on their own 41-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8 or so, 9.
Yeah. And this is the point where in every coach's mind you become a clock watcher.
Yeah.
If you're ahead, you're watching it, wanting to tick it away. If you're behind, you're wanting that next possession. You need some more time. So that's what's going on the sidelines right now. This looks like that quarterback sweep look again out of the option, pitches it, and he's got.
There's a flag.
That should be a tackle back here on us.
Tackle by Collins down and Taylor downfield, but we got a hold up here back upfield at about the 42.
He literally did tackle him from behind too because he was getting off the block, and now the Franklin coaches are losing their minds over there, and I would too because that was going to be their put away right there.
That would have been a first down into Maroon Devil territory. Instead, it's going to be a repeat of 2nd down, and it'll be somewhere around 18 yards for first down now.
Right.
So big turning point right there perhaps for our Maroon Devils if they can make a take advantage and get a stop right here.
Yeah, we really need it right here, and I could actually see us changing some things up on them a little bit defensively here in just a second, and I think it's going to happen out here on the edge with Bogdanovich.
So the snap, it goes the other way with the option again. They wait and pitch it, coming up hard for the tackle over there. Fumble.
We got the ball.
Fumble. The Maroon
that ball
Devils,
bounced
do they have
off
it?
of him.
Yes, they do. It's Maroon Devil football.
The ball bounced off of the pitch back, and down it went.
Didn't get the number of who recovered that over there. So Groenwald perhaps is the one who got it by our look, but nonetheless, Maroon Devils in prime position right here, Coach.
Yeah, and more importantly, I want to know who it was that stuck him over there, because just as that ball hit his pads, he got stuck, and that ball bounced off, and we were able to recover that one. Now they're over there pitching a fit. There's flags flying everywhere
I
out
don't
there.
know who that's on, but it came at us. Surely we didn't do anything. Panther sidelines one. Yep, they got an unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike.
And that will really aid the Maroon Devil cause right there.
Pretty fiery over there. They're pretty upset, and now they're going to they're wanting to argue with some more officials, and they're going to get another one if they're not careful.
Well, that fumble took place right in front of them on their sideline, so they saw everything. I'm not sure what they're upset about, but they saw the whole thing. And
yeah,
maybe you're right.
It was your jinx.
There we go.
You did it, Coach
did
Burrow. You did it. You put at least one on them. Do it again in a minute.
I'm glad I didn't do that to us, because that's normally who I do it to.
Oh, yeah. So just don't say nothing.
It's one of ours. So.
Yeah, we don't say nothing. Yeah.
So following the penalty, though, folks, it'll be Maroon Devil football 1st and 10 from the Panther 22-yard line.
All right, this is going to have to be
And
a real
now's
good
chance
opportunity
for the Maroon Devils to get themselves squarely back in this ball game. It'll be a split back with Lillard in the shotgun, Taylor and Collins, and here's the reverse for Groenwald. He's got one man to beat. He turns the corner, walks the timeline, and gets all the way. There's a flag on the play.
It's going to be a cutback block, and that's what's going to be called, because it really didn't occur. I wish we had instant replay, but the official he couldn't help himself. The block was legal. It was above the waist. It was in front of the young man. He didn't crack block him. He literally was running along beside him and blocked him.
So the Maroon Devils go from golden position at the 3 to being marked off 10 yards from the 24 where it occurred. And we'll have that play over again, but face 1st and 20 from the 34-yard line of the Panthers. So golden field position went away pretty quickly on that call.
And now your battle is to try to get back to get a first down. Either that or right now start taking shots at the end zone.
So another creative way to get Donovan Groenwald the ball. Donovan has 5 catches for 84 yards and a touchdown so far on the night. Lillard from the shotgun again. Fakes it to Collins, now fades back over to the other way, looks to turn around, throws it on the runs, got Donovan in the end zone. Donovan can't get there.
He can't get there in time. Boy, that was a good, for a broken play, and Donovan just continuing that route across the field and turning the Jets on to try to make that play. That would have been huge. But that's the kind of thing we've got to start hitting. If we start hitting those, we don't have to hit them all. We hit 1 out of 5, then we're going to be in great shape.
So Blankenship for Groenwald, no Blankenship for Taylor. Groenwald's going to stay in. And now they're trying to figure out what the formation is going to look like with all these receivers. Collins will be the lone running back. Bogdanovich, Groenwald, and Blankenship to the top of your screen. It's Hyatt to the bottom. Lillard flanked by Collins.
I see something happening down here on this bottom side, back side.
He's got some time dancing around back there.
Here it is.
Ill afford to be caught.
Yeah, he couldn't find the receiver downfield. That should have been a face mask right there. But
no gain on the play. The best we could do was get back to the line of scrimmage. So still 3rd and 21 for the Maroon Devils.
Yeah, for a moment, Cooper looked like he was going to break free, and Gabe was running for his life, and he just didn't have an opportunity to look up and find him.
Same formation again. Hyatt to the bottom of the screen. It'll be Grunwald and Blankenship to the top with Bogdanovich as tight end up there. And Collins flanked to this side. There's a pitch out to Grunwald. They're going to get what they can get out of Grunwald. He breaks one tackle, two tackles, almost three. Is spun down over there out of bounds by Ben Waldrop as he is close to the original line of scrimmage at about the 23-yard line.
Yeah. Now, here, this will be decision time right here, not about what to do with the football, but do you try to razzle-dazzle them right here or go straight at them? And you, there again, you know, you got to use this side of the field, whether you fake it to this side of the field. You got to make them you got to make Franklin think you're getting to the wide side of the field or that you want to.
9:34 on the clock and counting in this fourth quarter. The Maroon Devils scored in the third period of play. The Panthers had 14 in the first, 7 in the second. Did not score in the third. It'll be Grunwald and Blankenship to the bottom of your screen now.
3 seconds
High
on the play clock.
Timeout by the Maroon Devils. They're going to talk things over, and we'll do it with them.
Fourth and 10 for the Maroon Devils.
So down to brass tacks right here, Coach.
Yeah.
9 minutes left to go in this ball game. The Maroon Devils face 4th and 10 from the Panther 23-yard line. They have Grunwald and looks like Blankenship to the top, Hyatt to the bottom. Lillard takes the pass. A flare-out pass caught over there by Collins. First down.
Coming out of the backfield.
Great pitch and catch. Collins doing a great job cradling that ball in. Takes it down to the Panthers 7 for a 1st and goal, Maroon Devils.
Remind me to tell you a story about that play when we get a chance. Okay. And I know you'll remember it as soon as I mention it.
So the Maroon Devils in good position now. 1st and goal from the 7. And now let's see what the Maroon Devils pull out of their hat. And another score could very easily get us back in this ballgame.
Oh, yeah. And the clock won't be in our favor, but it won't be hurting us near as bad.
Lillard off a couple of people, turns up, finds a crowd back there, and he is going to be thrown down unceremoniously. But not before he gets to the 4, maybe the 3. I think it's the 3. It's the 3 on this side, the 4 on the other side, so it's the 4.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Go figure, yeah.
I thought they were supposed to look at each other and figure that out.
There again, that old term mechanics. You go to those meetings, and that's all they preach to these officials is about mechanics. And some of them got it, and some of them ain't.
So Maroon Devils 2nd down from their own, or the Panthers 4. It'll be Lillard under center with Collins and Taylor behind him. It's
same play,
Lillard
play.
And that's a face mask. He just drug him down by the face mask. I could see it from here.
I know. He had him literally by the face mask, pulling him back.
No call. 3rd down. No gain either. Of course, it's hard to get a yard when you're going backwards by your face.
Yeah.
So Lillard, 2 carries, no yards down here on the goal line. Now the Maroon Devils 2 plays to gain 4 yards. It'll be Grunwald to the top, Hyatt to the bottom. Lillard is under center, Collins and Taylor behind him.
Wedge blocking. It looks like it's going to be Taylor, foot straight ahead.
He got nothing either.
No, he gets knocked back. That time.
He's still running. He's in the end zone now.
And they blew the whistle.
He's to the 3.
Franklin took all those outside defenders and scraped them down inside to squeeze it shut.
So now it'll be 4th and goal from the 3. And we're at 6:59, just under 7 minutes remaining in this ball game.
Okay.
So the play call has come in. The Maroon Devils are now in the huddle. They'll break the huddle. Lillard will be back with Collins and Taylor. Bogdanovich to the lower part of your screen along with Groenwald.
I can see that sweet. I hope he does run it right there. That option didn't get in. Didn't get in.
He's at the 1. So Lillard is down at the 1. No, just frustrated.
Yeah.
He is up and frustrated. The Maroon Devils will turn it over on downs on the Panther 1-yard line with 6:37 remaining. Panthers do not need to drive 99 yards. They just need to take about 4 minutes off this clock.
Yeah, that's all. Their concern right now is to eat this clock up. They're going to try to make us jump right here again, I'm pretty sure.
That would be a safe bet.
Now we're going to a 5-man front, blitzing Taylor.
A 1-yard gain.
Yeah.
And the officials need to be a little quicker with the whistle.
Yeah.
These two teams are going to play to the whistle.
Yeah, they're going to play to the whistle.
And so a gain of a yard that time. I believe it was just a fullback dive in there.
Yeah. That's their short yardage play they've been going to, and what I mean by short yard, they're just trying to get that ball out of the end zone so nobody makes a mistake and the quarterback doesn't. There's not a bad snap like we saw happen at Smoky Mountain. That's why he's taking the snap from underneath.
So now it's under center for McGuire, and we got a flag on the play. What in the world could that be? Offsides.
No,
illegal procedure, so it'll back it up a yard.
A quick story about that play, the back out of the backfield. The reason Coach McMahon likes that so well, he threw it to one of our backs out of the backfield in the state championship game to put us ahead.
That's right. I remember that play. You are correct. As I recall, that back that night was way more open.
Yeah, matter of fact, he was upfield about 25 yards.
Way more open than Josh was there. Yeah. So down on the goal line again. Now the Panthers put somebody in motion, and they come with a
isolation.
And he bulls his way to the 3, but he's tackled out there by Carson Taylor.
If we can keep them hemmed right here now on this down and keep them from getting a first down. And I see they're not going to take many chances right there, but they may try to get something out here again to the wide side of the field.
Well, it would be a backbreaker, and they have had a penchant all night of trying to go for backbreaker plays. So I wouldn't surprise me at all right here to try to get McGuire on the outside. And Keegan,
it may be the sweep or something coming. Yeah, motion
Pollock
man. Yeah,
here.
they're coming. They're coming. There it is.
He's not got the first down. That's
good.
Taylor again.
Great gang tackling right there. Everybody throwing their bodies in there, making that play.
So it'll be 4th and 6 from the 5-yard line. Panthers are going to punt it, of course. And now it's a question of they didn't run as much time off as I'm sure they'd love to at that point, but his question is, did they run enough?
Yeah.
High and Groenwald will be back to receive this. The punter is number 9, Eric Munoz. He is a couple of steps off the back end line, which you would like to see, so he has room to catch the ball. And now the snap is a good one. The kick will be on its way. It's a bad one. It's going to be very, very, very short.
Yeah.
Not even making the 20-yard line as it's down on the 16-yard line of Franklin. And that's about a 10-yard punt, Coach, and it'll be Maroon Devil football taking over right there with 4 minutes remaining in this ball game.
Yeah, and the important thing is right here for us not to get it being out of shape about that last series. We've got to score points right now, and so now it's at the point with the clock. First downs are good, but you got that end zone stripe to think about right now.
Yep.
If you get a first down in the process, but you try to run every play right here to score.
So the Maroon Devils with Lillard in the shotgun, flanked by Collins and Taylor, Grunwald will be in motion now. We moved all over the place. So it'll be 1st and 15 again. As
yeah, can't keep shooting herself in the foot like that, and that hurts. That hurts.
So just a 5-yard penalty. It will put it back to the 21 now, which is not a 5-yard penalty. It's a 4-yard penalty.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah. We get right after a while.
Yeah. So the Maroon Devils break the huddle here. It'll be Lillard still in the shotgun, flanked by Collins and Taylor. Grunwald and Hyatt are to the bottom of your screen. Now Grunwald will go in motion. It's a fake handoff to him. They look at Cooper on a double move.
In the corner.
He's got it.
Oh, now that's a flag. There we go.
Interference.
Yeah, that's what we needed, that break. We needed that break.
The double move, and then Cooper making a move, try to get back to catch it, and there was some hands involved there on the Franklin side, and it will be a penalty on the Panthers, and I think that will result in a first down or really close to it. Not that the downs matter a whole lot at this juncture, like you said, at 3:59, just a tick under 4. The Maroon Devils got to get in the end zone. But let's mark it off now from the 21 instead of the 22.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
it's not. It's down to the 11.
Oh, boy.
So it's a 10-yard penalty. It'll be repeat down, I believe. So we should still have first down, 1st and 5 or so for the Maroon Devils. And Lillard back in the backfield now, flanked by Collins. He's got Grunwald and Blankenship down here, Hyatt to the top. Grunwald in motion now. Fake, and now is a spin option. And it's going to be all Lillard as he puts his head down, goes forward, and he's going to get about 3 out of that. And it was a first down over there. I thought we were still short of the first down.
Yeah.
But it should be down to the 8 for the Maroon Devils. Clock down to 3:40 and counting for the Maroon Devils. And, Coach, for all intensive purposes, at halftime, this looked to be a blowout.
Oh, yeah.
But our Maroon Devils made great adjustments at halftime and have come out and played a tremendous second half.
That's it. And feathering the cap, the adjustments they've made have been stupendous. Now, you still got to be you've got to consider Franklin's ability to withstand some of it, because both teams made adjustments.
Right. And I think it's a great sign that both teams are in pretty good shape. Grunwald trying to get outside. Collins out there flanking for him. He turns up. He gets down to about the 4 and stays in bounds, so the clock will continue to run. But the Maroon Devils again inside the 5. The side official motioned him still inbounds instead of out of bounds. The Maroon Devils want the clock stopped, but it's not going to.
No.
Carson Taylor back into the lineup for Cameron Blankenship.
Yeah.
And so the Maroon Devils will go with 2 backs, and we got a timeout back there by the back official, and I'm not sure the clock just went out.
Oh, boy.
We had this dilemma last home game, and the reason, folks, was that the unit that the scorers kept on, the motherboard burned up at the end of the 4th quarter. So we're hoping they came and replaced it, tested it, and I think that will not be the case again is my hope. But the scoreboard has gone out, so it will serve as a timeout for both teams, and we'll take it as they do. So the scoreboard's back. We're back, and Maroon Devils are back on the field. It's 3rd down on the 4. They can get a first down on the 1. Under center goes Lillard. He fakes it. Now looks, tosses it across. It's batted away back there by number 4, Ben Waldrop, as he just played basketball defense on Cooper Hyatt and batted that ball away. So another 4th down inside the 5 for the Maroon Devils.
Yeah, it's here's the situation. We got to score, and then you're already getting your onside kick team together. because it's at that point right now. We got to get this score to have any prayer.
Remember, we can get a first down at the 1. It's
right.
a veer backfield, split back sets, normal set. Quick throw to Groenwald outside.
Touchdown.
He's got it. Touchdown, Maroon Devils.
Over the top. Throw it up there and let your athlete go get it. And that's exactly what he did.
Lillard to Groenwald on that connection for the second time tonight. The Maroon Devils are on the board. It is 21-13 with 2:29 remaining in this one. Gavin Lanning on for the point after to make it a 7-point lead, and then it will be up to the Maroon Devil defense and how quickly can they stop the Panthers with 2:29 remaining. Lanning's kick is up, and it is good. So the Maroon Devils have cut it to a touchdown here in the second half. We'll take a break and be back with your kickoff. So Gavin Lanning, senior kicker for the Maroon Devils, is lining up, and his job now is to put it in a place where his teammates can get it. And he's going to take a short run, quick kick, caught over there nicely by Ty Hanley and the good hands team of the Panthers on the Panther 46-yard line. So Franklin avoids the onside kick, and now we'll have at least 4 downs to run out this clock. The Maroon Devils, if you're wondering, have 1 timeout left. Franklin has 2. So Swain can stop the clock 1 time, and the Panthers can run the remainder of this 2 minutes out, especially with the first down right here. They go to the traditional offset I with McGuire under set. They run a man in motion. He gets by. Swain widens, and it's isolation over there. Hanley falls forward. He's going to get about 2 on the play. The Maroon Devils spend their final timeout to stop the clock at 2:21 after Hanley's 2-yard gain. We'll take that break to let you know that the Panthers have 207 yards rushing, 313 total yards. McGuire is 10 of 14 through the air for 106. On the Maroon Devils side, Swain 119 yards rushing, but Gabe Lillard 9 of 17 for 151 yards and 2 touchdowns, both to Donovan Groenwald, who had 84 yards before that 4-yard touchdown pass. So banner night for Donovan Groenwald, and Gabe Lillard, second half, was outstanding through the air.
Exactly.
Doing the things that we need them to do. And it's worth note to our fans at home who like to do this. I buy nothing into it, but I'm going to say it for those fans who like to. This Franklin Panther team dominated Murphy earlier this season.
Right.
Now, again, not that that means a darn thing, but sometimes our fans need things like that to put into perspective that this Maroon Devil football team is going to be pretty darn good and may already be good.
Yeah, and if you evaluate Franklin's team right now, I'm here to tell you, watching the way they execute and the way they do things, they're a good football team.
And there's the first down they need. They're going to be a little short by a yard, and there's
they're going to be a little short on it, but Franklin is a better football team than I've actually seen them in a while.
Yeah.
Now, and I say that with this trying to put, like you said, put things in perspective. They've got them coached up over there. They've got the players they need. That quarterback is outstanding, and what they're doing with him is outstanding. It's just he's put on a show tonight, and my hat's off to them for being
absolutely
for not letting us sneak up on them.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, the fight that's in our kids right now, and how hard they've played here in this second half. There we go. There he is. There he is again. Carson Taylor, buddy. When he comes, he brings it. And
our team needed to stop.
Yeah, and that his body lean and you know he's not very tall, but he gets under those pads, buddy. And when he hits you, it hurts.
The Panthers, will they elect to run the clock all the way down to the end of the play and call timeout? Will they run a fourth down play near midfield, or will they just go ahead and punt? Will they go for it? A million questions.
I think they're going to call timeout. They're going to let the clock run down to under a minute here. They got about 10 seconds left to run off, leave them about 45 seconds. Thus, with about 45 seconds to make a deal.
And remember, they can always come out and set and try to draw our team off sides.
Exactly.
And get that first down that way. I'm a little surprised they didn't try that on third down, to be honest. But nonetheless, it's fourth down now for the Panthers, and needless to say, a first down ends the ball game. A punt out of bounds would leave the Maroon Devils probably 80 yards to go with roughly 40 seconds left.
Exactly.
So there's something to be said for that.
Mm-hmm.
A quick kick to get it out of there. It doesn't have to go far. Just needs to be unreturnable, basically,
exactly,
to keep Groenewald and Hyatt from getting their hands on it. But a good football game has emerged here in what looked like it was going to be a blowout at halftime. So hopefully you didn't give up on us, because we've proven ourselves to be quite flexible and versatile already in this season.
Yeah, and you can measure a team always, and you know this being a coach all your career too. Adversity really shows you what you're made of.
Absolutely.
You know? And you'll either come out of it better because of what you've learned and what you've accepted about each other and about the team and the team's personality, or it bites you in the rear end.
So it'll be Blankenship and Hyatt back for the punt. They are in punt formation. It's back to Munoz, and he kicks it away. It's end over end. It'll be out of bounds. A very short kick, so the Maroon Devils will have decent field position here.
Yeah.
Could have been a lot worse. They're going to mark it out on the
30-yard line.
That ball.
No comment.
I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
I'm just not going to say it.
Okay.
Maroon Devil football, there's 41.4 seconds left if you're remaining. As we said, Lillard, a career high 9 of 17 for 151 yards, and we will look to him to add to that total now. I would expect that, as you said, they'll slough off their defensive ends into short yardage and play 4 across in the secondary.
That's exactly what's going to happen right here. And they'll line up traditionally, and now you can see it already happening. They're going with the 3 down linemen up front to put the pressure on and drop those ends back into coverage, flat coverage.
Lillard, plenty of time, goes across the middle, and Blankenship couldn't get there. And that will be incomplete, as he had coverage bracketed from Stiles and Adams on that play. Lillard had tons of time. Also had Hyatt streaking down the Panther sideline over there, who appeared to be open, but that's because his man left to go help out on Blankenship across the middle.
Yeah, and that brings us to 35 seconds. And, you know, we got to take these shots. Franklin knows it. It's not one of these things where it's a guessing game right now. We've got to try it. We can hope for 2 things: a big completion and a broken run out in broken field, or pass interference and then another big play in behind that.
That one fluttered.
Yeah.
Picked off over there. That's going to end it.
Yeah.
That was Grant Adams as that ball fluttered on Gabe as it came out of his hand. And unfortunately for him, it fluttered a little bit too much. Groenewald cannot adjust back to the play. So the Panthers can take a knee right here, Coach, and end it with a 21-14 win in Swain County Memorial Stadium, and they will move without a miracle. They will move to 3-0, and our Maroon Devils 2-1. But the major question is, growth out of this game for both teams should be phenomenal.
Yeah, really it is, and that's the coaching points that's going to come out of it for Coach Blankenship and his staff is, now guys, the wheels didn't come off. Normally, somebody gets you down 21-0. In the first, the wheels could come off, and they did not.
Absolutely.
And it's because of the way you guys played. So that's the bottom line to me.
Well, 2 storied programs here tonight at Swain County Memorial Stadium have served notice to Western North Carolina that they're both back.
They are back.
And you better look out, because they're pretty tough ball clubs, and the Maroon Devils are going to do nothing but learn from this. And I venture to say our friends from Franklin, they're going to do nothing but learn from this as well, as they were really put through the test tonight.
Yeah.
And they found out a lot about themselves as well. Now, Coach, here is the bugaboo for the Maroon Devils at least. They do not have a game next Friday night.
Right.
They are scheduled for their open date. And what the Maroon Devils coaching staff and athletic director Neil Blankenship are going to do is sit back and wait for that COVID cancellation Monday or Tuesday and try to sweep in and scoop that game up, whoever it is.
Exactly. And that's the game everybody's playing.
You have
right
to
now.
play it that way.
You have to play it that way. Otherwise, you go back to your fundamentals during another open week.
Yep.
You let the kids have some fun, get over this right here, this tough loss, because we had our chances there towards the end. And to Franklin's credit, they took a lot of those chances away from us.
Yep.
But we had our chances, and we were utilizing some of them got away from us.
Absolutely. But as we said, so we go away from you tonight by telling you that it's an open date next week, but encourage you to stay connected to the Maroon Devils Network through social media and the Maroon Devils Network itself, because there may very well be a game. If there's a COVID cancellation, I feel confident Coach Blankenship and his staff will jump on it.
Oh, he'll find it.
Just as they did with the Asheville Christian game in week number 1 when North Buncombe was unable to fulfill their game over here due to COVID restrictions. So we hope for the best for the Franklin Panthers. As always, when we leave this game, we wish them the best of luck. Hope they win out and have a very great season. To Coach Brooks and his staff over there. They're a very competitive bunch. They compete hard with us, but they're a good group of people.
And they have won the Smoky Mountain Conference again.
They have swept it, no doubt about it, because it was a Hayesville in there too. They wallered Hayesville pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
So this is an encouraging sign for our Maroon Devil faithful in this. As we said, our next game will be at Kings in Tennessee. Stay tuned to the Maroon Devils Network to see if we're going to be allowed to go over there and give you that game or not. But we will return back home on the 1st of October. Robbinsville is really in a state of flux right now, Coach, and they're one of those who've been hit the hardest.
Right.
They are in a no-play moratorium until the 13th, which will be next week, that they should get to resume if things have gone well. And we understand from that report today that things are not going well in Graham County.
Exactly.
And so we have to keep our eyes open. And honestly, while we're bitter rivals with Robbinsville, we wish their community all the best and hope that they can find a way to kick COVID in the rear like they've done us so many times over the years and come out of it healthy and get on with their business. This moratorium that they put in place affected all other athletics, so they are off to an undefeated volleyball season.
Yeah.
One of their best coming out of the gate ever, and they've had to put that on hold. So everything has been on hold for the Black Knights, and we hate that for them. But that's who we're scheduled to play on the 1st, all permitting. The 8th will be Andrews back here. The Wildcats were leading Mitchell when we went into halftime, so Coach James Phillips and his crowd off to another good start over there with the Wildcats, and we kind of owe them one over here, so it'll be fun to come back over here. That'll be homecoming for the Maroon Devils as well. It'll also be Hall of Fame night. I know you'll be away from us that night, but Gary will be back to bring you all the action on that. And we've got an exciting Hall of Fame class, so stay tuned to the Hall of Fame Facebook page for some release information on that coming up. But again, another night, Coach, as we wrap it up here, where I can say that Coach Blankenship and his staff did another tremendous job tonight.
They sure did.
In making adjustments and making this football game a 21-14 affair.
It was. Like you said, at halftime, the outcome of this thing looked real dark. But the amount of effort that went into the second half, and that's what Coach Blankenship's going to try to build on. He's going to try to use that, utilize it. They'll watch the films. They'll see themselves doing some things good, some things not so good. But if they take that and learn from it and build on it, then it'll all come out. It's going to get better. I just have a sneaking feeling it's going to get better.
So let me set you up for next week. Here's what we got going on. Volleyball on Monday will be at home against Highlands. Make sure you come out and check that out. As we saw in that clip earlier in the pregame, the volleyball team playing extremely hard. It's very entertaining volleyball. Come out and check that out. If you can't get there on Monday, come on Tuesday as they're hosting Cherokee in back-to-back games. On Monday, the soccer team will be hosting Mountain Heritage, as we understand it, unless that game has been changed. They had a flurry of changes, and I'm not sure if Mountain Heritage was one of them, but you can find that out on the Maroon Devils Network. And this is also worth mentioning, too, Coach. We haven't dwelled on this near enough as we should have. The cross-country team will be hosting a home meet next Saturday, the 18th. And if you've not gotten out and gotten a chance to watch our cross-country team, the women's cross-country team could very well be in position to win their first ever team state championship behind the amazing talents of freshman Arizona Blankenship, who has won her first 2 races. Both of them were huge races, and she set personal records in both of them and a school record that had stood for 20 years in the other one. So
I got the opportunity to congratulate her 2 weeks ago on that when she won that race, and she kind of blushed a little bit first, and then I said, you don't have to be humble. That's something. You really done something.
She is on a pace that we have not seen here ever, probably. And if you haven't seen them run, get out and check that out. We're going to do our best to on the Maroon Devils Network to get out and get some footage and some highlights of her, so you can check out the girls team and their talent as we move forward. It's been a pleasure bringing you this ball game. It was a good one from start to finish. It looks like that's going to be the way things go this year for us. So make plans to get out here to Swain County Memorial Stadium, Boyce Dietz Field, and check out these Maroon Devils. I'm Toby Burrell, and for Rod White, Joe Holt, Emma Dingle, and our entire staff, thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you down the road.